Keep up with non-stop in-court action with GMA Sports. Catch the latest sports news here and round the globe. Be thrilled with conversations about the finest athletes and sports personalities.
Is this it? Yes! And Mamuski with a 1-2 is now down to just 6.
And never miss a beat on the latest hard-court drama. We'll bring you stories behind each point and victory, one play at a time. Follow our official social media handles for your daily fix of hype and adrenaline. Online, GMA Sports.
Pasasabugin ang simbahan?
Bakit hindi?
Poki, totoo bang narinig mo? May bomba dito sa simbahan?
Batas ang masusunod at hindi kayo.
Pumayag ka na. Huwag mo hayaang ilaglag ka ng mokong na.
Bakit nalapit ka nalapit sa akin, Elsie? Katawan ko lang ba ang habol mo?
Paglalaban ko mga bagay na gusto ko, hindi ako marunong magparaya.
Nasaan si Martin? Huwag mo na.
Wag! Galang!
Tuloy mo!
Itong cheque. Dolores, ano ba?
Kaya mo ko!
Halimaw ka! Gusto mo bumait? Pwede kang maging atuba.
Ano sinasabi nito?
Walang bibitiw sa tumitinding laban ni Lolong. Weeknights, 8 p.m.
Nakila!
Hoy!
Bakit ka nakahubad? Bakit wala kang suot?
Bakit ikaw bigla-bigla kang dumadating?
One of the reasons why we're always excited to begin a new season is because of the opportunity to welcome fresh recruits. Kahit bagong salta, sila ay may kakayahang baguhin ang kapalaran ng isang kupunan. It's time to meet the rookies and sophomores of NCAA Season 98. It's the NCAA Season 98, a start of something new. At para sa mga rookies and sophomores, ready na silang patunayan na hindi lang bit role ang kaya nilang gawin para sa team. Most of them, talaga namang level up. They are always ready to battle for their alma mater.
So, kwentuhan mo naman kami kung ano yung adjustments nyo na ginagawa and preparations for the upcoming season.
Physically, we started hitting the gym more, and mentally, like during practice, we more focused and we're more determined to win this time.
Nagpe-prepare kami na magpalakas kami ng katawan palagi, tapos yung mga liga namin na dumaan, ganun, ginagawa namin siyang motivation na din, ganun.
Siguro yung isang big factor para sa amin is yung chemistry namin as team, yung mga players talaga, as in, last season kasi namadali yung proseso. So this time meron kaming pre-season na nag-shape up sa amin as a team. Yun yung magandang factor na magiging baon namin padating ngayong season.
Nag-aandaan ko mag-extra lagi. After training, extra. After extra, kumain ng maayos para kinabukasan may energy, pahinga, ganun.
As a rookie, go hard lang ako. Ginagawa ko lang yung best ko para magampanan ko yung position ko as a point guard ng team namin and makapag-distribute ako ng maayos sa mga teammates ko.
Yun nga sabi lang sa amin ni Coach Bonnie, mag-move on lang kami sa mga nawala. Tapos i-fill up lang namin yung mga role nila. Darating, sabi din namin sa amin ni Coach, darating din naman sa amin yung mga puntos basta nagsisimula lahat sa depensa.
Ayun nga, laging sinasabi sa amin ni Coach na every training, go hard kami, pagtrabahoan pa namin, and tapos na yung last season namin, move on na kami para ngayong season 98.
Siguro po, mas nag-focus kami sa ensayo namin. May mga bago po kaming coaches. We've been working sa offense po namin, sa defense. And siguro po, given na mas maraming bago, mas naging solid kami as a team.
Pinofocus ko ngayon yung kung paano ako umadjust sa mga teammate ko. Kasi last season parang biglaan lang na nagkakilala kami. Dating bubble lang, tapos biglang nagkasama-sama lang kayo sa court. At saka hindi mo alam kung anong laro ng isa't isa sa amin. Saglit na rin yung ensayo kasi kaya nabigla kami.
Pinaghahandaan po namin ngayon yung magsama-sama po kami palagi para po mag-gel yung team namin. At pangalawa po yung pampalay ng katawan. Kasi po yung mga kalaban po namin, nakikita po namin lalaki ng katawan. Kaya kailangan po namin mag-invest para po makasabay po kami sa kanila.
Stick lang kami sa plan nila, Coach, sa mga game plan nila. And sumunod lang kami sa system. And then, go hard.
Personally ako, yung motivation ni Coach Bonnie, talagang mas ginaganaan ako kasi yun nga, second year na. Yung, wala na ibang mag-step up kundi kami, mga rookie. Siyempre, yung pagkawala ni Renz medyo malaki din. Pero para sa amin, mga rookies last year, challenge yun kasi mas gaganaan pa kami maglaro. Mas itatry namin i-fill in yung spot na iniwan niya.
Galing sa probinsya, galing sa ibang liga. Minsan pa nga ay sa kalabang kupunan. Ano man ang kwento sa likod ng isang itinuturing na baguhan, kwento pa rin ito ng pagsisimula at pagsisikap na makilala sa larangan ng palakasan na kanyang napili. Let's get to know more rookies and sophomores of NCAA Season 98.
Naman yung pinaka-inaabangan yung kalabanin or yung team to beat this coming season?
Para sa akin, lahat eh.
Lahat?
Lahat, as in lahat. Kasi syempre, gusto namin silang talunin lahat. Kumbaga, syempre, last season, di ba, lagi kami talo. Parang gusto namin silang bawian ngayong season.
Parang, yun nga rin sabi ni Bravo, parang lahat naman kailangan namin matalo, ganun, para mapunta kami sa goal namin.
Siguro para sa akin, Letran pa din kasi like last year, parang revenge para sa team. Yun lang. Ang gusto makakalaban yung Letran, yung defending champion.
Siyempre yung defending champion na Letran. Kasi yung kalaban namin nung Final Four din na tinalo kami na sobrang ganda ng laban namin na pinakita doon. Kaya gusto namin ulit makalaban yun.
I think it's gonna be Mapua. They're tough. We play against them and we're not yet complete, but it's a dogfight.
Para sa amin, lahat naman ng team to beat eh. Tsaka lalo na po sarili namin kasi minsan hindi namin maano yung sarili namin.
For me, team to beat is ourselves.
Wow!
Sarili namin kasi baliwala naman yung preparation namin if hindi namin siya gagawin and hindi kami magiging team sa loob ng court. So lahat naman ng team, kaya naman talunin yan eh. Ang magiging problema lang if kaya ba namin talunin yung sarili namin dun sa situation na meron kami.
Ang tanong ay kung paano mananalo laban sa ibang team. Pero tama nga naman, paano nga ba lalagpasan at isasagad kung ano ang kaya nating gawin? Sabi nga nila, be yourself, but always your better self.
Paano ko malalaman na great na ako sa buhay is syempre kung paano ka makapag-influence ng ibang tao pag ikaw na yung ina-idolize nila, ikaw na yung parang nilulook up nila, doon mo masasabi na malaking bagay na pala yung nagagawa mo. Hindi lang sa sarili mo, sa society.
Siguro masabi ko na great na ako pag accomplish ko na yung goals ko sa buhay, yung mga dreams ko para sa akin and sa family ko. And nakapag-iwan ako ng legacy sa basketball career. And natulungan ko yung pamilya ko at mga kamag-anak ko na umangat sa buhay.
Masasabi ko na great ako pag na-help ko ng maraming tao na ma-achieve yung best selves nila.
Masasabi ko pag great ka na pag nakapagtapos ka ng pag-aaral kasi mga student athlete po kami. Magkapatapos ng pag-aaral, tsaka pag nakapasok ng PBA, bonus na po yun. Tsaka pag sa future may magandang trabaho ka, na mapakain ka sa pamilya mo. Yun yung tawag ko na great ka na.
I believe na nandun ka na sa point ng great when people recognize you and respect you as a person, respect you as a player, and maybe also when younger or younger people come up to you and ask you questions about the game, and nagtatanong po sila sa inyo kung paano sila mag-improve, kung ano po dapat nilang gawin sa game, and kung paano po nyo narating kung asan ka.
Masasabi ko na great na ako when I can say na I don't have parang wala na akong regrets, feel ko wala na akong kailangan na mapatunayan. And I know na improvement never stops, pero that hunger for improvement, pag feel ko na wala na yan, I can say na siguro I'm great na siguro.
Masasabi ko na great na ako if madali na ako ma-recognize in every place I go. And siguro yung influence ko sa ibang tao, malaki.
Siguro pag na-inspire ko na yung mga tao sa mga bagay na nagagawa ko at pag nakakatulong na ako sa kanila.
Actually, parang di pa great pero papunta na doon. So, masasabi ko lang na great ako kasi sa family ko. Ako lang yung nakapaglaro sa NCAA. So, ayun. Pero hindi pa yun yung main goal ko.
Actually, hindi pa ako great, pero yung things na siguro na gagawin ko para maging great ako is yung to be champion inside and outside the court.
I could say someone's great based on their mentality and how they just approach their day, how they approach everything all the time.
We are once again saying hello from the prosperous city of San Juan as we get ready for game day number 4 in season 98 of the NCAA. We are back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center here in San Juan City as we present to you a pair of exciting ball games. First up, we have Ray De La Rosa and the Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers who are looking to bounce back after losing against Perpetual as they take on the two-time defending champions, Mr. Fantastic Fran Yu and the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights. At pagkatapos niyan, mapapanood din natin ang LPU Pirates led of course by Maclod Guadagna as they take on Warren Bonifacio and the Mapua Cardinals who won on opening day against San Beda University. This is all seen live on GTV and all over the world sa pamamagitan ng GMA Pinoy TV and GMA News TV International. And of course, we have live streaming via gmanetwork.com, NCAA Philippines on YouTube and Facebook. And we're also reminding everybody to catch all the action on the social media handles of GMA Sports PH. Mabuhay Pilipinas! Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Anton Rojas, joined of course by former NCAA champion, strength and conditioning coach, Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio.
Magandang araw, Anton. Great matchups today, but First and foremost, Letran, our defending champs, will be debuting. So antabayan na natin ang magiging performance sila post-Ren sa bando.
Antabayanan din natin yung magiging performances ng ating mga courtside reporters na makakasama natin ngayong Wednesday. First up, of course, we have the voice talent from Pampanga, Trish Lindo, who is making her NCAA courtside debut. And she will be working alongside future lawyer ng Samar, Ann Gabriel, who is, of course, starting to become a veteran na rin dito sa larangan ng courtside. So we're very excited to hear their stories. Trish and Ann, we will get back to you girls in just a bit. Coach Hammer, this is a game that you want to cover, I'm sure, because JRU, one of the teams that you pitted to make the Final Four, is seeing action against the defending champions.
Back-to-back years, pinik JRU. But, of course, JRU had a very strong start during their last game as we see the team standings. Letran, nasa ba kalagitnaan ng ating tournament right now? 0-0 start of their campaign. Of course, they had a health issue to start off the season. They begged off the opening game. Ngayon sila magde-debut and fully healthy ang kanilang roster. JRU, as we said, lost their first game against the University of Perpetual Health System, the Altas. They were there in the first quarter, but towards the third quarter, dun talaga sila medyo lumaylay. So antabayan na natin, anong adjustments ang gagawin dito ni Coach Louie Gonzalez?
Talked to AJ Miranda before this game and he told me they have no excuses. They just collapsed. They just flat out collapsed in the second, third, and fourth quarter after that strong start that you mentioned. One of the things that they have to work on in this particular game is to limit their turnovers, because last year they were averaging just a shade over 17 turnovers per contest, pero dito sa laban kontra sa Perpetual, they turned the ball over 30 times.
And it was capitalized by the Altas. They were able to get points off turnovers, 23 points, and yung fast break points. Malaking bagay for the Altas yung 25 fast break points. Dahil nakakatakbo, alam natin, ang Altas, very athletic squad by Coach Mike Sagigit. They get points on the cheap pagdating sa transition.
At isa pang bagay na kailangan na pigilan ng JRU, yung pag-atake ng kanilang mga kalaban.
At saka yung pag-foul. Ang dami nilang fouls during that game. Kay Mark Denver Omega pa lang, 6 na personal foul yung ibinigay nila, which he got at least 1 free throw or 2 free throws pagka na-foul siya.
Partner, ang isa pang bagay na napansin ko dito sa JRU, they used 17 players. Meron po tayong bagong rule dito sa NCAA. Pwede mo nang gamitin lahat ng players sa roster kasama yung reserve. So that's a maximum of 18 players, unlike the previous years na you could only use 15.
May tatlong reserve at yung 15 players na ginagamit, yun yung talagang naka-roster, pero ngayon in-extend na nila. But talking about new faces of the NCAA rookie revelation natin, Jonathan Medina had a sterling debut, Anton. 15.6 boards, 1 assist, and 2 steals in just 19 minutes of action.
And he's definitely one of the players that JRU can expect a lot from, especially dahil sa kanilang unang laro, nagpakitang gilas agad with 15 points. Now let's get more from the JRU side as we hear from Trish Lindo for the first time here in Season 98. Go ahead, Trish.
Yes, Anton and Martin. Now, this might be a David and Goliath match, but JRU Heavy Bombers show no fear to these giants like Letran Knights as they would want to finish their game strongly. Nakausap ko nga ang team captain na si Rai De La Rosa at naibahagi niya na ang pagkataranta at kawalan ng consistent energy ang humila sa kanila last game. Now, this time around, they would want to finish their game strongly and would want to exert more effort and also saying past is past. Now, ngayon na makakalimutan natin ang nakaraan, maisulat kaya nila ang panalo sa kanilang kasaysayan? Yan ang ating tututukan. Back to you, Anton.
Maraming salamat sa ating voice reporter, voice talent reporter ng Pampanga na si Trish Lindo.
Kalimutan yung nakaraan.
Yeah. Hindi, kailangan you have to have a short-term memory, diba? Okay. When we come back, pag-uusapan namin ni Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio, ang defending champions, Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights. This is our coverage of NCAA Season 98 right here on GTV.
Derrick Rose. My family. Behind the back, step back. Omar laro siya. Wala naman halos I don't wanna drop. There. Yung naging part ako ng FIBA World Under-17. CJ Perez.
Sa NBA, idol ko si Michael Jordan and sa PBA si Scottie Thompson.
Nagbabalik po kami dito sa loob ng Phil Oil Eco Oil Center sa lungsod ng San Juan. This is our live coverage of NCAA Season 98 on GTV. Anton Ross together with Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. And now, pag-uusapan namin ang defending back-to-back champions, Letran Knights. No more Renza Bando, no more team captain JRU Ambohot, no more Alan Mina, no more Christian Fajarito. But they have 11 holdovers from last year's championship squad.
At saka mabibigat yung mga holdovers nila. Fran Yu, who is a big-time player when it comes to crunch time. Luis Angalang, their emotional leader. Brent Paraiso came up big in the finals. Kurt Rison, King Caralipio, and Tommy Olivario. Paolo Villonar on the sidelines nursing that hamstring injury or praying for his faster recovery dahil kailangan siya yun. And players to watch out, yung Santos, galing Pampanga, at Kobe Bryant Monje. Grabe tong bata to.
Anytime you have a name of a legend, Kobe Bryant, you know, you have to live up to that name somehow.
At naka-black mask din ngayon.
Oh, so you can't miss him. He's wearing jersey number 39. He's a big boy. So tignan natin itong there he is, Kobe Bryant Monje. Let's see what kind of player he is. I asked Fran Yu, ano ba tong si Kobe Bryant Monje? Mala Kobe ba talaga to? Sabi niya, athletic at ito, mabigat pamalit daw ni Abando.
Napakalaking sapatos sa kailangan niyang punan. Pero pumuntahan muna natin yung nakausap mo, si Fran Yu. He was your pick as the most valuable player last season. Had modest numbers in the regular season as what the graphics sees right now. Almost 6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.5 steals. But remember in the finals when it counted the most, he had the answers to every question that Mapua threw at them.
Yun naman ang gawain itong si Mr. Fantastic when the stakes are at its highest, when the game is on the line, that's when he is at his best. These numbers are very deceiving, but I expect those numbers to go up this season dahil wala na nga yung mga binabanggit natin katulad ni Renz Abando at JRU Ambohot. And to get more from the Letran side, babalikan natin si Ann Gabriel at courtside.
Nagbabalik na nga dito sa hardcourt ang mga hari ng NCAA basketball or back-to-back defending champions, Letran Knights. Alam nyo, kahit wala na nga JRU Ambohot, wala na ring Renza Bando, aabante pa rin daw ang mga Letranista. Sabi nga na kailang head coach si Coach Bonitan, kahit na medyo napilayan ng team sa pagkawala ng ilan sa kanilang mga key players, okay lang daw. Dahil at least this time, mas maipapakita daw nila ang kanilang team effort at team chemistry. Dahil at least hindi lang daw sa isa o dalawang players lamang nakatutok ang kanilang mga plays. At syempre, natanong natin ang kanilang bagong kapitan na si Fantastic Yu during the opening ceremonies kung kaya bang gumawa ng kasaysayan ng mga taga-Intramuros at mag-3-peat dito sa NCAA. Sabi niya, kaya naman sabay-sabay natin abangan yan, Anton and Coach Hammer.
Maraming salamat sa ating future lawyer ng Samar na si Ann Gabriel. So malinaw he said it's a game on. Kaya nila mag-3-peat. Sinabi niya kay Ann, 3-peat. So malinaw, the Letran Knights are going for none less than a championship here in Season 98.
Bakit ka pa magpa-participate kung hindi lang din yung championship yung gusto mong kuhanin? Lahat na makukuha natin yan with a new season, new hope, and of course, new chances to get a championship for the JRU side. Gusto nilang pagpagin yung rust. Kaya ba? 77 yata? O 19-something? Philip Cesar pa. Jimmy Santos pa yung mga player nun during that time.
1972.
77 was Sanbeda.
Season 48.
Yes.
Philip Cesar was the MVP. That's the last time JRU won the championship. So ito naman, ang hinahabol nila yung alma mater mo, yung Sanbeda Hindi kasi 19 championships, Sanbeda 22 championships. So, you know, it's within reach.
Yep.
Baka pagkatapos ng season 100, hindi natin alam. Tabla na yan.
Oo, definitely. And tabayanan din natin, the Letran Knights program, if I'm not mistaken, the last back-to-back was in Kirby Raimundo's time. If I'm not mistaken. And then ngayon lang sila nag-back-to-back, a chance for a 3-peat, equalizing yung record nila Samboy Lim in the 80s.
But this is a new chapter, led of course by Coach Bonnie Tan.
NCAA Coach of the Year last season?
Oo, and 2 out of 2 as a head coach dito sa NCAA. So, we are ready. You heard the buzzer here at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Kilalanin natin ang ating mga starters from JRU at Letran as we turn it over to our venue announcer.
Ito po ang inyong NCAA Season 98. Achieve greatness every day. Live ngayon sa GTV Worldwide sa pamamagitan ng GMA Pinoy TV at GMA News TV International at may live streaming pa sa gmanetwork.com, NCAA Philippines website at sa YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center for the first of today's doubleheader. It's the Jose Rizal University up against the Colegio San Juan de Letran Knights in Season 98 Men's Basketball Eliminations of your NCAA. Let's first meet the starting five of your JRU Heavy Bombers. At guard number 2, John De Los Santos. At forward number 4, A.J. Miranda. The other forward number 5, Joshua Giab. The other guard number 7, William C. And at center number 25, Ryan Arenal. Their head coach is Louis Gonzalez.
William C., one of the rookies of JRU, will start for the first time in his NCAA career as we take a look at the starters for the Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers of Coach Louis Gonzalez. And I believe this first 5 of his will be very fluid as we go along this 18-game elimination round para sa NCAA Season 98. At sila naman po magsisimula sa title defense ng Colegio de San Juan de Letran, Franyu, Luis Sangalang, Kevin Santos, Andre Guarino, and Kurt Rayson. Itong si Guarino, ito yung binanggit ni Franyu na feeling niya pinaka nag-improve sa Letran Knights roster.
Alam mo, Anton, itong si Neil Guarino was a Letran squire, needed time to develop, and sa lahat ng dumaan sa pandemic, I think Neil Guarino was the guy that needed it the most. Nag-mature yung katawan niya kasi ano to balingkinitan yung build niya and very a shot maker to, small forward ang nilalaro. And etong Santos, Anton, very excited ako dito. Kapampangan na malakas tumalon, malakas kumuha ng bola. So yung production niya is much needed, especially with Gio Ambohot out of the roster and Christian Fajarito. Sa kabila naman, si William C., I watched this guy in the preseason. Very good on-ball defender and one of the guys na talagang sasandigan ni Coach Louis Gonzalez when it comes to transition scoring and tempo ng kanilang koponan.
Yeah, he was very feisty as one of the guards ng
Fighter?
Heavy Bombers.
Fighter?
Kontra sa Perpetual. Alam naman natin sa Perpetual, palaban din yung mga guardia. And here he is. He has the basketball, gives it to Miranda. And oh!
Told you.
Chase down block right there.
Hindi pwedeng malambot umangat.
And he's wearing jersey number 4.
Kasi no summer, number 22 tong Santos.
Ato Olar di ba? Yung number 4 dati sa Letran.
Mahina kumuha ng rebound.
Grabe yun, Ato Olar. As we see this layup right there, nakabawi agad si Giab. Giab also played well para sa JRU. He was the surprise starter. He promoted himself to the starting lineup para sa Heavy Bombers.
Last season, si Bonggay at saka si Agbong ang nagpapalitan dyan sa 4th spot.
Franyu, binigay kay Rayson. Rayson for 3.
Pambato ng Davao Occidental itong si Kurt Rayson. Kanina nakausap ko siya before the game started. He spent time giving back to the kids sa Davao.
Meanwhile, Giab is able to score again para dito sa Jose Rizal University.
Ito yung mga tipong big guys si Coach Louis Gonzalez. I mean, if you go back through his development as a coach from being an assistant sa Letran, papunta ng Fiati, papunta din sa Dalasal, sa FEU, and then going back to Letran with Coach Aldin Ayo, and then now with JRU. Yung mga big guys na gusto niya, yung mga parang basurero, di kailangan pumoste, kailangan lang gumalaw tapos makakuha ng bola in the shaded area.
Sanggalang, napitawan ng bola. That's a steal by JL De Los Santos. De Los Santos tumatakbo, natapikan. It's a scramble for the loose ball. Guarino picks it up. Now, Kurt Rayson is starting for the first time. Para sa Letran, he did not start in all of the 12 games of the Knights last season.
But he was always part of that finishing five when it comes to the Letran Knights winning that championship game in game number 2.
And Rayson appears to have improved his outside shooting as
definitely.
well. And he dishes it off to Luis Sanggalang. Great setup job by Kurt Rayson.
And one of the guys who is a dark horse MVP pick itong si Sanggalang kasi consistent yung minutes niya, consistent yung rebounding and field goal shooting.
So I've heard 2 MVP picks from you already, Coach Hammer. You mentioned Jello Razon and now you're mentioning Sanggalang. As we see this jumper mula kay AJ Miranda, he's got 4 points in the contest. JRU seemingly off to another strong start just like their last game against Perpetual. Bola na kay Luis Sanggalang, hands it off to Rayson, another one. Let's go now to Ann Gabriel for this update on the Letran side. Ann?
Anton and Coach Hammer, kanina nga napag-usapan natin ang pinakabagong kapitan ng mga Letranista na si Fran Yu. He was our Season 95 Finals MVP. Nakwento nga niya sa atin na sobra siyang natutuwa at thankful na pinagkatiwala sa kanya ang posisyon na ito. Ganun pa man, malaki daw itong responsibilidad given that this is his last playing year para sa NCAA. Ganun pa man, syempre tinanong din natin siya bilang isang veteran player, sino ba ang nagpapabilib ngayon na rookie sa isang Fran Yu? Sabi niya, ito daw ay si Kevin Santos dahil ito daw ay pumalit ngayon kay JRU Ambot. Kaya naman with a new team captain and with new set of players para sa Letran, let's watch out for this new Letran team para dito sa Season 98. Back to you, gentlemen.
Remember the name, Kevin Santos, number 4. He had that chase down block earlier, showing promise very early on dito sa ating laro.
Saka alam mo, Anton, during the summer leagues, as we see AJ Miranda shooting his free throws right now, itong si Kevin Santos was exposed against bigger and better competition when in terms of under 21 na age bracket. He was a standout dun sa Pampanga Delta, koponan ni Gov Dennis Pineda, malakas yung kupunan nila doon. And ito yung programa na naglabas ng MVP Ian Sanggalang, MVP Calvin Abueva,
Ronald Pascual,
yung pinatubo trio na yan. Diyan dumaan sa programa na yan. So, alam natin na maganda yung kalibre nitong batang to.
Arenal missing on that baseline jumper. Jason Celis is now in the ball game. Celis throws up an air ball. Celis surprisingly just played 6 minutes and scored 2 points only in their first game against Perpetual. He was JRU's leading scorer last year.
Almost 15 points a game itong si Jason Celis. And naka-force pa dito na turnover. JRU. But talagang filling in the new roster dito ang Jose Rizal University.
And Jason Celis was a former Letran Knight. Laging ganado yan tuwing nakakalaban niya. Ito mga dati niyang teammates.
First back-to-back misses in this game ng JRU. Ito yung dapat talaga nilang gamutin, yung field goal shooting. Because we saw JRU being in the right place at the right time. That's just like Joshua Hiab for his 6th point of the game sa ilalim. Lagi silang nandun sa striking distance, Anton. Pero hindi sila maka-close out ng panalo dahil anemic yung shooting nila. So pagbalik ni Amores, Miranda, at nito ni Ray De La Rosa, pagkakataon ngayon na mas umangat yung scoring nila.
And early on, we can see that even the rotation of Coach Louis Gonzalez is going to be very fluid. Because now, si Ray De La Rosa, who's the returning team captain, hindi pa naglalaro dito sa ating bakbakan.
If I'm not mistaken, last game 16 minutes lang si Ray with 1 3-pointer made. Yan yung laro talaga ni Ray. And I'm so happy to see this kid because his brother was a teammate of mine and I love seeing him healthy again after tearing his ACL.
And Rome was also here supporting Ray.
Definitely, I think he is here din. Every game naman ni Ray nandiyan yan.
Yeah, fakes, drives against Sanggalang, bounce pass, Jonicio blocked by Santos. That's the second block for the rookie. Franyu, crossover, Franyu. Oh! Tip in by the rookie Santos.
Parang ibang Santos yung nakita ko doon sa talon na yun. Tip in, angat na angat. Sa gitna ng tatlo. Ala ko dadunk eh.
Rodney Santos, yung height.
Yung mas matangkad to, tsaka mahaba.
Samboy.
Mahaba.
We'll take a break. JRU leads Letran 11-10.
My dad, Romy De La Rosa, and my brother, Rome De La Rosa. My family and God. Probably a three-point shot. Say everybody. Say the defending champ, say Letran. Greatest fear? Oh man, spiders. Probably just, playing college basketball. Oh, my brother.
Ayan po ang kampo ni Coach Louie Gonzalez, and it's a chance for us right now to hear once again from our new courtside reporter from the JRU side, Trish Lindo.
Every setup is a comeback. JRU Heavy Bombers are back on track, and this time around, rookies like Jonathan Medina is making his name heard for this game. Now, isa naman malaking palaisapan para sa ating another rookie ay si Jonathan Celis dahil hindi siya nakapaglaro last season at nagkaroon din siya ng very short stint last game. Now, sabi naman niya kahit na wala siyang idea kung bakit hindi siya nakapasok, para sa kanya ang game na to ang pagkakataon para bumawi siya, ibigay ang best niya sa game, paigtingin palalang offense at defense, lagi lang makinig kay coach at lagi harapin ang Letran nang walang takot. Will we be seeing more of this fearless action of the rookies? Yan ang ating tututukan. Back to you, gentlemen.
Well, we haven't seen Jonathan yet on the floor, but Jason Celis is in the game.
Yep.
We've been talking about him as a former Letran Knight player. Kanina, nakita ko sa warm-ups, Franyu playfully passed the ball to him. And then
Uy, madalang mangyari yun. Pinasa ni Celis. Madalang pumasa yung dalawang yan.
At sila pa yung nagbabantayan ngayon. You versus Celis.
That's what the NCAA is all about. Eh. Sa loob, bakbakan. Pagkatapos, magkakatropa din yung mga yan.
Sanggalang has the basketball. Sanggalang bounce pass to Caranipio.
Oh, mismatch. Tatandaan natin si King Caralipio was the guy designated to defend Calvin Oftana in Season 95's finals. That was his role as a freshman. Silang dalawa ni Allen Mina nagpapalitan doon.
At mas bibigat pa yung kanyang responsibilidad ngayon.
Definitely. Kasi kailangan na rin niya umiscore. Kasi yung 3-and-D guy na si Allen Mina, nasa pros na. Ngayon, siya na yung magpupuno.
Jonicio libre mula sa labas. Jonicio in and out.
And one more problem that JRU had during their game against the Altas was their three-point shooting. They were just 3 out of 22 when it comes to their outside shots and uncontested. So they have to make those shots.
Now, another surprise here for Letran is that Brent Paraiso's coming off the bench. This is a guy who started all 12 games for the Knights last year.
If there is one player in the NCAA that I would trust whatever role he would play and whatever time he would be inserted, it's Brent Paraiso. Championship pedigree, always ready, and can play multiple positions. Shot maker pa. So, kahit start mo yan, off the bench, ready maglaro yan.
Brent Paraiso last season averaged 7.8 points per game and 3.8 rebounds per contest to go along with 2.4 assists. So all-around player talaga itong si Brent.
Oh, good rebound by Marvin Junicio.
Medina, the rookie, is now in for JRU. Celis throws the ball back out. They throw the ball inside para kay Arenal. Arenal gumawa ng espasyo.
Suyot! 3 points for Ryan Arenal on that basket, plus the free throw that he got earlier in the game.
JRU scored 21 first quarter points against Perpetual. They lead Letran by 4 now. Paraiso for 3. Too strong. Balik ang bola sa JRU. Celis. Inside pass. Jonicio. That was a dangerous pass.
Second dangerous pass ni Marvin Junicio.
Paraiso, aatake. Paraiso with the left hand. Brent Paraiso draws a foul.
Too skilled, too quick. Not fast, but quick. Look at this attack, Anton. As we see yung bully move sa ilalim ni Ryan Arenal. At least having 30 pounds against Santos.
Well, right now, if there's a clear point of improvement para kay Santos, it's the weight.
Well, he is a young guy. I think he is just 20, if I'm not mistaken. We gotta check that with Ann. I think he's 20, 21 years old. O baka mas bata pa. Kasi nasa summer circuit to, Anton, under 21 ng Super League. Naglalaro yung team ng Pampanga. So napapanood din ito ng mga mainstream fans natin.
He's got to get thicker and stronger, but
he will. He will be.
But a guy that appears to not need or have that problem is Monje, who's in the game right now. Kaya lang, naunahan siya ni Jonicio as he went up for that shot, or rather Amores, who went up for that shot.
And he's playing that number 4 position right now. And he has that capability of being a 3-4 combo forward.
Paraiso steps back for 3.
Oh, good box out by JRU.
Celis tumatakbo. Celis aatake. Celis all the way.
Walang ball stop ang Letran Knights doon. And capitalizing was Jason Celis. Nakakita siya ng maagang blur screen. So pabor para sa kanila yung atake.
Arenal tinawagan ng foul, but you can see na ganadong-ganado itong si Jason Celis. Tumurbo bigla eh.
Napapindot ng R2. Wala palang blur screen. Hindi na inantay si Ryan Arenal. Strong right. All the way right. Itong si Jason Celis.
Former Letran Knight. He played 17 games for the Knights in NCAA Season 94. Tubong Bacolod. Itong si Jason Celis.
Ang lambot naman ng inbound na yun.
Agaw. Celis. Lead pass. Medina. And the rookies are making their presence felt. Jonathan Medina puts JRU on top 18-11.
My dad. Siyempre yung family ko. Step back. Luis Anggalang. Wala. Mawala yung family ko. As of now, siyempre yung pagiging MVP. Siyempre, galing sa Letran Samboy League.
Sir Paul Supan watching intently. You know this man is invested very much.
Definitely.
Dito sa Heavy Bombers.
Definitely.
We have seen how proud this man has been every time the women's team made it to the Final Four.
He is an NCAA lifer and he's a JRU lifer.
Tsaka sanay siya. Sanay siya na yung JRU.
Nananalo.
When Coach Vergel Meneses was the coach, he had the likes of John Wilson,
sila Coach
Tete, Chodoro. Sanay yan na umaabot sa Final Four.
I think no si Coach Chris Calilan, nandoon na si Coach Paul during my freshman year. I'm not sure kung siya yung athletic director and Mancom rep ng JRU. I gotta confirm it with him later. And speaking of guys who are invested, Anton, NCAA alumni, former Letran Square coach Chris Cantonos, one of the best big guys in the NCAA, is tuned in right now supporting his school. Some of our friends, the alumni, are watching. Coach Jeff Perlas, nagsa-scout.
Andre Felix is watching right now.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
You know, some people forget that the Knights played in the Final Four last year.
True.
Because nawala na yung incentive ng pag
Step
na-sweep mo,
ladder. Dahil single
abante ka sa
round lang
finals.
tayo. Dahil single round lang.
And in the Final Four, they had a scare against Perpetual.
They were one possession away from an upset.
Tapi ka ng bola, pero may foul na tinawag.
But how about the physicality of the JRU Heavy Bombers in this ball game?
Father Vic Calvo, of course, I will never forget how Father Vic ran onto the court
Season
at
95.
the Cuneta Astrodome nung nanalo ang Letran kontra sa LPU. You knew that he felt something about that year, about that team that was led by Jeric Balanza.
Alam mo na eh. May malakas yung mga teams ng Letran eh. They just need to find their groove and their emotional leader. Kasi every time na nagcha-champion yung Letran Knights, mayroong mga Macandaya, Roger Enrile. Laging may ganun eh, Sanggalang.
Amores at the line for the Heavy Bombers.
One of the guys that I was high in season 97 but was not able to play, Asia Miranda, John Amores, and Ray De La Rosa, accounting for more than 60% of their production in season 95.
Backdoor miscommunication there. And of course, my favorite guy, my high school coach, Coach Dax Castellano.
I second the motion, our favorite guy.
From the College of St. Benilde. Again, congratulations to CSB for a great season 97 hosting stint. Monhe. Double team. Monhe with the strength.
Kita mo binuhat. Dalawang tao. Napayungan na. Walang problema.
When you first see this guy, Kobe Bryant Monhe, yung mapapansin mo sa kanya is his physique. That this is not an ordinary rookie. Celis. Short on that jumper. Celis tracks down the loose ball. Amores aatake. Amores unable to finish. Olivario. Paraiso wants to post up the rookie Medina. Paraiso up and under. Block pinayungan ni Medina.
A good block by Medina. Pero ito yung huling galaw ni Monhe with a jab, taking it to two defenders, using that upper body strength. Yuping-yupi na siya dun sa dalawang tao. Walang problema.
Kobe Bryant Monhe with some Mamba strength in the paint.
So ito yung good contain naman ni Medina. Just putting his hands up, roofing that shot, and getting slapped in the process.
Grabe yung mga rookies natin. Maraming exciting new players ngayong season 98. And for JRU, it's this guy, number 26, Jonathan Medina.
But you know what, that's the beauty of the college game. Kasi when the pro game is in, you have established veterans, 10-year pros that are in your squad. Sa collegiate ranks, laging may mga bagong muka. Yearly yan, bago yung storylines, bagong mga muka. So it's always exciting to see, especially when you see them grow throughout their collegiate stay.
One for two on that trip to the line para kay Medina. This is Tommy Olivario. Kanina pa gusto postehan ni Paraiso yung bantay niya eh. Paraiso! Weight room!
Mouse in the house. Right there, getting the better of William C. Mas maliit si C, nagawa ng paraan. Kasi kanina si Medina, halos yung laki niya, around 6'1". Whereas a little bit more heftier than itong si C.
Brent Paraiso had that crucial backdoor play off a pass from Fran Yu in game number 1 of the finals against Mapua. So you know he's a big-time player. Meanwhile, C zigzagging his way to the basket.
Tit for tat. Getting a basket on transition for William C. Grabe mamuliglig eh. Ang likot.
Go! What a move by Go. These rookies.
Ito, galing Pampanga din tong Go na to, if I'm not mistaken. Tatlo sila dyan na na-recruit.
Rafael Go, one of 4 rookies on the Knights roster. Kaya lang, naiwanan siya ng isa pang rookie. Jonathan Medina continues to shine.
Jab step. Jab and go. Finish with the top board.
And see, that's why he earned the starting nod today para sa JRU.
He is a scrappy player.
To 19. Remember, against Perpetual in the first quarter, in one quarter against Perpetual, they had 21 points. In the second quarter, they only scored 3 points.
So that's the question, how they will sustain their attack in the second quarter.
De La Rosa, pinasok sa unang pagkakataon, binigay kay Arenal. Inside pass!
Great pass! From top of the key, screen and roll action, hindi huminto si Giab. Libre sa ilalim. On the ball swing, good look by Ryan Arenal. Ganda nung look na yun.
And uncharacteristically, the Letran Knights were not aware that time was about to expire.
And it's the biggest lead of the Heavy Bombers right now, standing at 8 points.
But the question is, can they sustain it? So yan ang ating abangan. JRU ends the first period 27-19 over Letran. We will be back with NCAA Season 98 right here on GTV.
Si LeBron James. And you can do all things through Christ who strengthens me up. Post move. Ako tsaka buong team. Letran, yung hindi ka na mahal na mga mahal mo sa buhay. Yan yung umabot kami sa finals last season. Alvin Patrimonio.
Father ko. Family.
Coach Louis Gonzalez and the JRU Heavy Bombers embark on a brand new season, hoping for a more fruitful experience.
Yes, sir. And speaking of fruitful first quarter for them. 55% from the field. 65% from 2-point range. Very good numbers for the JRU Heavy Bombers. Sa kabila naman, maganda din ang field goal shooting ng Letran. A little under 47%, 55% from the field when it comes to 2-point range. Pero nagkatalo, points in the paint, plus 10 ang JRU, 20 sa 10 lang ng Letran.
Once again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nakatutok ngayon sa GTV at lalo na yung mga gumagawa ng ingay sa social media, sa YouTube at sa Facebook. Hello guys and welcome to our coverage. It's a brand new season, Season 98 of the NCAA. Now, what happened to the Knights in that first period, Coach Hammer?
Hindi sila makahanap ng flow sa kanilang opensa. They tried posting up a couple of guys. They were able to get some baskets, but most of their turnovers coming off that blindside trap on the post. Nakakita tayo ng offensive foul kanina kay Brent Paraiso. Nasupalpal siya ng isa. Yung basket ni Monje, galing pa yan sa talagang minamalang. So nakikita natin, they're trying to attack inside, but the defense of JRU are holding.
Monje, a sweeping runner.
Tsaka yung mga ganito to, no? Yung mga tapik sa bola, yung mga hard stats, second chance points, hockey assist, marami ang JRU.
Olivario mula sa labas. I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of threes from Olivario and Rayson this season.
Definitely. Especially Kurt Rayson. Tommy Olivario during their developmental leagues stint was more offensive-minded, but he sets up this squad in positions that they would be fruitful like that. Nakakuha pa siya ng turnover dito.
Rayson, he is definitely one of the most fearless players in all of collegiate basketball.
8 puntos para dito kay Kurt Rayson. And ever since naman, nung ginagamit na yan, championship squad, season 95, ang role niyan, dumipensa, hindi takot yan.
Arenal tried to draw a foul.
Saka kung tama ako, ginagamit to pasundot-sundot ni Coach Boning kontra kay Evan Nelly ng San Beda noon. Pinantatapat silang dalawa ni Franyo at saka pinupulikat si Franyo ng madalas noon eh.
Ngayon, lumawak na yung repertoire nitong si Rayson. He now has to score for the Knights.
3-point shot, layups, a lot of what the developmental curve ni RJ Hasul during his time na nagsimula bilang defensive stopper into the #1 scorer ng Letran squads that were vying for Final Four spots during my time.
Turnover. Celis all the way. Jason Celis getting the playing time today. And he has not disappointed.
4 points for Jason Celis. Medyo pilipit pa yung huli niyang layup. But another great trap here by JRU.
Rayson, hihinto, titira. Pangatlong 3 puntos na yan ni Kurt Rayson.
Bakit nga naman hindi? Good ball swing, 11 points para kay Kurt Rayson.
Last season, Kurt Rayson only made 9 3-pointers in 12 games.
30% na. Isang laro pa lang.
Amores susubok mula sa labas. May sagot ang JRU.
Ito yung hinahanap nila last season. Yung mga players sa pagka-ball swing kayang sumagot. Amores, Miranda at Ray De La Rosa. Pagka nagra-run yung kalaban, meron silang pangsagot pero maraming baon.
King Caralipio, isasama ba natin ang kanyang pangalan sa listahan ng mga 3-point shooters?
Oo, dahil pre-season yan talaga ang kanyang wino-work on. There was one game against San Beda in the Philoil Eco Oil pre-season cup. King Caralipio had 5 3-pointers on that game.
And that's huge because last year he only shot 3 out of 13 from beyond the arc.
Alam ko,
what a move right there!
Grabe yun!
Saan napunta yung bantay, Coach Hammer?
To the moon. Diba? Ito mo yun, sidestep.
34-30 as we see the disparity pagdating sa points in the paint. Rayson. Oh, what a move by Rayson. Rayson! Pinagulong pa yung bola.
Ganda ng pectus. Steady. Wakalipa, 13 puntos para dito kay Kurt Rayson.
Another name that we can throw in the hat for early candidate for most improved player. Giab, nabitawan ang bola. The Knights are running. Bola napunta kay Monje. Monje will head the line for 2 as we go now to Trish Lindo from the JRU side.
Yes, Anton and Martin. Now, for the JRU, this might be the best game of their time, and para sa kanila, this would be a great season. This will be a great season at para sa kanila na mas lalo pa nilang papataasin ng kumpiyansa at bibigyan pa nila ang kanilang best. Even though na para sa kanila ito ay good quarter, ito ay magandang quarter, even though na nasa bottom sila, they would come out from the ashes. Sabi pa nga ni Coach Louis Gonzalez, they would continue holding their ground and make use of the good coverage na binibigay ng Letran dahil nagkakaroon pa sila ng kanilang open space. Dagdag pa niya, lalong dapat pataasin pa ng JRU ang kanilang kumpiyansa para tuluyan nilang mauwi ang panalo. Back to you, gentlemen.
That is what they are searching for in this contest to try to shock the NCAA and beat the 2-time defending champions, Letran Knights. But right now, we are seeing the power of the 3-point shot. And that's the reason why the Knights are just down by 1, despite the disparity in the points in the paint.
Yan ang laro ngayon, Anton.
Medina. Sidestep, Medina. Wild shot. Celis with the offensive rebound. Nag-close out bigla si Caradipio kasi alam nila yung calling card nitong si Jason. At eto na nga, titira mula sa kanto. A 3-point bomb from number 9. The former Letran Knight, now JRU Heavy Bomber, Jason Celis. We have a timeout. Lamang ang Heavy Bombers 37-33.
Hello, welcome to 24 Seconds with me, Fran Yu. Kung hindi ako Letran Knights, ang option kong NCAA team ay St. Benil. Ang hidden talent ko ay magluto. Ang pinakamagaling na NCAA player ay si Samboy Lim. Yan na, buzzer na.
Hello, welcome to 24 Seconds with me, Warren Bonifacio.
5 minutes and 5 minutes and 54 seconds remaining here in the first half. And you know what that means? We will be on standby to welcome our Sparkle GMA artist, Mitzi Josh. Kanina, nagre-rehearse na sila.
Ready to get loud.
Yep, it's going to be a loud
definitely.
and energetic performance from Mitzi Josh. So stay tuned for that. Yun yung minention ni Alin tsaka ni RK kahapon. Sabi nila, bakit nung naglalaro kami, wala pang performer?
Kasi hindi kayo makakapokus. Alin tsaka RK.
Pero natutuwa kami, di ba? It's always nice to see, you know, the great NCAA alumni come back to support their alma mater.
Yep.
And a steal here for JRU Medina. Binigay kay Celis. Celis has the basketball, bounce pass. Jonicio, naghahanap na mapapasahan. Celis pops out. Dinedepensa ni Olivario. Celis, aatake. Celis, tumempak, tumira. Puntos para kay Jason Celis. Puntahan natin si Ann Gabriel.
Nyo, yung rookie na si Kevin Santos kanina, narinig ko si Coach Hammer, tinatanong kung ilang taon na siya. Coach Hammer, he is only 19 years old, batang-bata. Pero ibang player naman ang pag-usapan natin. Renza Bando at mukhang Kyle Tolentino in daw para dito sa season 98. Hindi po siya isang rookie katulad ni Kevin. In fact, he is already playing his second year para dito sa panik ng Letran. Ganun pa man, he has big shoes to fill dahil sabi niya malamang yung posisyon daw na iniwan ni Renza Bando ang kanyang papalitan para dito sa season 98. Nakwento nga rin niya sa atin na kung meron man daw siyang iniidolo na naging NCAA player bukod nga sa kanyang ama na si Mr. Elvis Tolentino, syempre isang NCAA legend naglaro para sa College of St. Benil. Ito daw ay ang kanyang kuya Renz Abando. Marami daw siyang natutunan dito lalo na nung naging mag-teammate sila. At isa na nga sa pinaka hindi niya malilimutan na pangaral mula sa kanyang kuya Renz ay yung huwag kang matatakot, huwag kang mahihiyak ipakita yung laro mo sa loob ng court. Kaya naman abangan din natin ang pagpapasiklab ni Kyle Tolentino para dito sa season 98. Balik muna sa iyo dyan, Anton and Coach Hammer.
Well, and first of all, thank you for answering Coach Hammer's question. 19 years
Hindi kasi ako
old.
sigurado kung 18 or 19. Etong si Kevin Santos. Pero Kuya Elvis Tolentino, champion squad from the College of St. Benil Blazers, also coach for the Squires.
And we got a glimpse of yung potential talaga ng kanyang anak na si Kyle Tolentino last December.
Pinanonood ko lang dati si Kuya Elvis sa NC, kakampi ni Kuya Al Magpayo. Ngayon yung anak na yung kino-cover natin. Ang bilis.
Hindi pa pinapasok si Kyle, but you know, he can shoot the lights out given the opportunity.
Oh, free shot.
Para kay Miranda, nothing but net. Sweet string music para kay Ajem. Kaya lang,
di bumaba agad.
Sanggalang tumatakbo, Sanggalang was fouled.
8 points para kay Ajem Miranda. But on the transition, ito Anton, nakikita natin yung mga ball swings.
Kurt Rayson, see the way he shielded the basketball with his body. Kurt Rayson, sa puntong ito, meron ng 13 puntos. Look at that, off balance. Rayson finds a way to elude the defenders.
13 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. And 3 out of 4 from 3. Itong si Kurt Rayson, 75%.
His NCAA career high is 15 points. Itong si Kurt Rayson.
Kumakatok.
3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Luis Sangalang. (42-39), a 3-point lead for the Heavy Bombers. Celis, binigay kay Miranda. Miranda, dinedepensa ni Fran Yu. Miranda now being defended by Monje. Jonicio mula sa labas. Another 3-point bomb for JRU.
So nakikita mo, Anton, yung difference na meron kang AJ Miranda na marunong pumasa at kayang umatake. Nalalagay mo dun sa paborito niyang espasyo itong si Jason Celis sa secondary scorer. Hindi nakaki-in sa kanya yung depensa. Kasi si Miranda, nakita na natin to, sanay talagang maging point of attack.
At ngayon, ang hindi pa natin masyadong nararamdaman, si JL De Los Santos, he did start this game. He played 2 minutes but has not been fielded back in by Coach Louis Gonzalez. JRU leads Letran 45-39 with 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go.
How's the first day back for everybody?
It was great to see everyone. I think we were all happy to be back together.
We will never get lost because we have our parents.
Kumusta, Alexandra? Salamat at nakapunta ka rito.
Come with me for a tour of the world's biggest IKEA store.
Being a PWD kasi in the Philippines is quite difficult.
Yun yung engineer niyo. Babae pala.
Bakit nga ba tila nabura sa kasaysayan ang sistema ng pagsusulat na ito?
There she is, Sparkle GMA artist Mitzi Josh in the building, getting ready to go all out sa kanyang halftime performance. Stay tuned for that.
And a handful of people watching us. Ito kailangan kong bumati dito. 1981 NCAA MVP from the Mapua Cardinals, Coach Leo Isaac. Wow. Magandang araw po sa inyo, tuning in. Coach Chris Reyes din from the Letran Knights, 2-time NCAA champion. Tama ba, Coach Chris? Coach Chico Tirona, all watching NCAA alumni natin. And speaking of championship-winning coaches, Coach Turo Valenzuela, one of the guys that I really admired growing up. Naging coach ko pa to in the developmental leagues. Nakakatuwa, nakakwentuhan ko kanina. Supporting daw si Rizal Heavy Bombers kasi mga player niya si Coach Louis Gonzalez at si Coach Glenn Capasio.
Pero siya yung architect ng 5 feet ng San Sebastian.
Wala. Malakas masyado.
Samantala, Ariar muffs that short stab. At 8 ang lamang ngayon ng JRU. Miranda, nabitawan ng bola. Rayson, behind the back dribble. Rayson, natapikan. Pabalik ang bola sa JRU. Miranda. Jonicio has the basketball right now. Miranda gives it to Amores. Amores. Naghahanap na mapapasahan. Arenal receives it way out of his comfort zone. Rayson. Sangalang driving from the three-point line. Sangalang, wild shot, no foul called, and a steal by Franyu. Franyu will drive. Franyu. Monje again powers his way up for the finish.
Basic na galaw. Ang importante doon, pasensyoso eh. Kasi kadalasan, pag bagets pa, pag umatake doon, nanggigigil. Pero kita mo, Pino na gumalaw, kayang antayin mawala sa posisyon yung bantay.
Three-pointer on the way. Nothing there for Jonicio. Rayson to Monje. Inside pass. Ariar. Missing again from point blank.
Oh, wild shot from KD Ariar. So calling this flex action. Good screen.
Ajem with the finish.
Ganda nung brush screen, nakita mo, Anton. It was supposed to be a cross screen. Pero pagka-cut sa gitna, it became a brush screen. Just enough room for Miranda to get the catch and the finish. 12 points for Ajem.
And another turnover para dito sa JRU. Excuse me, para sa Letran. JRU comes up with a steal. Letran though preventing Celis from getting off a decent shot as we end the first half of this matchup. The JRU Heavy Bombers holding on to an 8-point advantage against the back-to-back champions, Letran Knights. Stay tuned because when we come back, Sparkle GMA artist Mitzi Josh will set the hard court on fire. This is our coverage of NCAA Season 98 right here on GTV.
Pasasabugin ang simbahan?
Bakit hindi?
Poki, totoo bang narinig mo? May bomba dito sa simbahan?
Batas ang masusunod at hindi kayo.
Pumayag ka na. Huwag mong hayaang ilaglag ka ng mohok mo na.
Bakit nalapit ka nalapit sa akin, Elsie? Katawan ko lang ba ang habol mo?
Paglalaban ko mga bagay na gusto ko, hindi ako marunong magparaya.
Nasaan si Martin? Iba mo na.
Wag! Galang! Tuloy mo! Galang! Itong cheque. Dolores, ano ba? Liya mo ko! Halimaw ka! Gusto mo bumait? Pwede kang maging atubang.
Ano sinasabi nito?
Walang bibitiw sa tumitinding laban ni Lolong. Weeknights, 8 p.m.
Dakila!
Hoy!
Ah! Bakit ka nakahubad? Bakit wala kang suot?
Bakit ikaw bigla-bigla kang dumadating?
One of the reasons why we're always excited to begin a new season is because of the opportunity to welcome fresh recruits. Kahit bagong salta, sila ay may kakayahang baguhin ang kapalaran ng isang kupunan. It's time to meet the rookies and sophomores of NCAA Season 98. It's the NCAA Season 98, a start of something new. At para sa mga rookies and sophomores, ready na silang patunayan na hindi lang bit role ang kaya nilang gawin para sa team. Most of them, talaga namang level up. They are always ready to battle for their alma mater.
So, kwentuhan mo naman kami kung ano yung adjustments nyo na ginagawa and preparations for the upcoming season.
Physically, we started hitting the gym more, and mentally, like during practice, we more focused and we're more determined to win this time.
Nagpe-prepare kami na magpalakas kami ng katawan palagi, tapos yung mga liga namin na dumaan, ganun, ginagawa namin siyang motivation na din, ganun.
Siguro yung isang big factor para sa amin is yung chemistry namin as team, yung mga players talaga, as in, last season kasi namadali yung proseso. So this time meron kaming pre-season na nag-shape up sa amin as a team. Yun yung magandang factor na magiging baon namin padating ngayong season.
Nag-aandaan ko mag-extra lagi. After training, extra. After extra, kumain ng maayos para kinabukasan may energy, pahinga, ganun.
As a rookie, go hard lang ako. Ginagawa ko lang yung best ko para magampanan ko yung position ko as a point guard ng team namin and makapag-distribute ako ng maayos sa mga teammates ko.
Yun nga sabi lang sa amin ni Coach Bonnie, mag-move on lang kami sa mga nawala, tapos i-fill up lang namin yung mga role nila. Darating, sabi din namin sa amin ni Coach, darating din naman sa amin yung mga puntos basta nagsisimula lahat sa depensa.
Ayun nga, lagi sinasabi sa amin ni Coach na every training, go hard kami, pagtrabahoan pa namin, and tapos na yung last season namin, move on na kami para ngayong season 98.
Siguro po, kasi nag-focus kami sa ensayo namin. May mga bago po kaming coaches. We've been working sa offense po namin, tsaka sa defense. And siguro po, given na mas maraming bago, mas naging solid kami as a team.
Pinofocus ko ngayon yung kung paano ako umadjust sa mga teammate ko. Kasi last season parang biglaan lang na nagkakilala kami. Dating bubble lang, tapos biglang nagkasama-sama lang kayo sa court. At saka hindi mo alam kung anong laro ng isa't isa sa amin. Saglit na rin yung ensayo kasi kaya nabigla kami.
Yung pinaghahandaan po namin ngayon yung magsama-sama po kami palagi para po mag-gel yung team namin. At pangalawa po yung pampalay ng katawan. Kasi po, yung mga kalaban po namin, nakikita po namin na laki ng katawan. Kaya kailangan po namin mag-invest para po makasabay po kami sa kanila.
Stick lang kami sa plan nila, Coach, sa mga game plan nila. And sumunod lang kami sa system. And then, go hard.
Personally ako, yung motivation ni Coach Bonnie, talagang mas ginaganaan ako kasi yun nga, second year na, yung wala na ibang mag-step up kundi kami, mga rookie. Siyempre, yung pagkawala ni Renz medyo malaki din, pero para sa amin, mga rookies last year, challenge yun kasi mas gaganaan pa kami maglaro, mas itatry namin i-fill in yung spot na iniwan niya.
Galing sa probinsya, galing sa ibang liga. Minsan pa nga ay sa kalabang kupunan. Ano man ang kwento sa likod ng isang itinuturing na baguhan, kwento pa rin ito ng pagsisimula at pagsisikap na makilala sa larangan ng palakasan na kanyang napili. Let's get to know more rookies and sophomores of NCAA Season 98.
You just saw the performance from the Letran Pep Squad, and the Knights need anything right now, any source of inspiration for them to wake up as they have begun their title defense on a difficult note, trailing the JRU Heavy Bombers right now by 8 points. As we welcome you guys back to our coverage, Anton Ross together with Coach Hammer, Martin, Antonio. I was going to say your Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers because, I mean, you keep predicting them to make the Final Four, but they're looking good right now. I have to give that to you.
They're making their shots, number one. The outside shots are falling because nagbe-breakdown ang depensa ng Letran Knights. On the Letran side, there was so much friction when it comes to scoring. Nakita natin the half-court defense of JRU is bending but not breaking. They were dictating the tempo and the weather of the game. Nagiging physical, hindi makatakbo ng opensa ang Letran. When you look at the field goal shooting, nakikita natin almost 60% for JRU. If we might say it is highly uncharacteristic of them, but this might be a common occurrence dahil nga nung first quarter of the game against the Altas, ganito rin ang kanilang field goal shooting. Starter scoring +9 ang JRU. They were really there to dictate the tempo of this game.
Last season, JRU was only shooting 33.4% from the field, and the arrival of the likes of Ajem Miranda really have boosted and raised that number for JRU this season.
Definitely. Alam mo, Anton, meron kasing hierarchy pagdating sa scoring. Ajem Miranda was the #1 scorer of their squad in season 95. Post-pandemic, nagkaroon siya ng down year. Di siya nakalaro last year. But he stayed consistent. On the other side naman, ito si Kurt Rayson. Ready for a bigger role and filling up the production that Renz Abando left.
Meron ng 13 puntos itong si Kurt Rayson, just 2 points away from his NCAA career high of 15 points. Bigger role, bigger opportunity for Rayson and Olivario. They have to score a lot more. We can also add King Caralipio's name to the hat. And we see their names right now sa listahan ng ating mga leading scorers.
But the guy that I'm most excited about is Joshua Giab. Walang tinawag na play para sa mamang to. He's just doing the dirty work, setting screens, rolling to the basket, waiting for the passes to get to him, and not forcing any shots. Kita mo, 8 points at 80% from the field.
Definitely a pure effort player.
Love
Itong
it.
si Giab.
Team harang yan.
He's a guy that came off the bench last season,
Yep.
and then napansin natin na-promote na sa starting lineup si Giab, and he has not disappointed Coach Louie Gonzalez so far.
Dahil sa dami nga ng mga capable attackers ngayon, nabanggit natin kay na si AJ Miranda, si Jason Celis is now playing on his more comfortable second fiddle role. Nagiging complementary scorer siya. Rai De La Rosa coming off the bench. Nakita natin meron hockey assist kanina on that high-low papunta kay Giab. Nakikita natin ngayon na the parts are starting to fall into place para sa JRU.
But the question is, can they sustain
Yep.
it? Because this is a 4-quarter basketball game at the very least. So yan po ang ating malalaman. Will JRU be able to protect this lead? Because the Knights, mukhang mabigat yung kanilang pinag-uusapan nila dito sa dugout. They have not come out yet to the court.
Pagka bumalik ang mga champion squads na sanay maglaro coming from behind, trying to get that W, with renewed vigor, antabayanan natin yung effort na yan from the Letran Knights. Sa ngayon, kakapasok lang.
Kakapasok lang. Let's see kung mabubuhayan itong mga Letranista. Fran News got a smile on his face, but I'm not sure he should be smiling right now because he still hasn't scored a basket in 9 minutes of action.
So we'll see how they would adjust. Kasi nga, Anton, the antonym of flow is friction. So pagka may friction sa depensa, nahihirapan kumuha ng flow ang opensa. Yun yung nangyayari ngayon sa koponan ng Letran. Dahil nandun lagi sa passing lanes at willing makipagbakbakan sa kanila itong JRU Heavy Bombers.
Let's see kung magigising itong sina Fran Yu.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt that they would be
Knights.
ready for this third quarter.
Well, if they keep shooting the way they have in the first half,
hindi yung shooting nila ang problema.
6 out of 12.
Ang problema yung depensa.
Yung nagpadikit sa kanila eh.
Marami masyadong madadaling tira ang JRU sa larong to.
8-point lead for the Heavy Bombers as we begin the third quarter. Again, maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok. Anton Rojas together with Coach Hammer, Martin, Antonio, and we also have Trish Lindo and Ann Gabriel at courtside reporting for JRU and Letran respectively. Speaking of defense, look at this defense na pinaparamdam ng Heavy Bombers sa Letran.
And the defensive stop here for the Heavy Bombers. Andon, batiin ko lang mga kaibigan natin sa Region 7. Maayong adlaw sa inyong tanan, especially dyan sa Cebu. Coach Jerry Guzman Buyabar, nakatutok sa atin, SBP Head, Representative ng Region 7. Maayong araw sa iyo, Ninong Jerry, at sa mga batang nanonood. Maraming nanonood sa atin doon ng kids. Kasi maraming Bisaya na naglalaro sa atin ngayon dito sa JRU Letran.
Now, starting off the second half, we are seeing perhaps the strong five of the Knights.
The
Sanggalang.
strongest five nila.
So you have Sanggalang, you, Rayson, Caranipio, and Paraiso. These are guys in the rotation of the Knights last season.
Yep. Which
So-
was a couple of months ago.
So this is possibly yung strong five ng Letran Knights.
And their most veteran five. Mga babad sa laro. Hindi lang basta-basta rotation piece. But we see Luis Sanggalang, pambato ng Orani Bataan, mintes dito sa unang free throw.
Second free throw para kay Sanggalang. Oh, he misses both. C. To Rai De La Rosa. De La Rosa gives the ball to Medina. Medina dribbles off of his foot. But our referee behind the goal saw something else. Let's see if they will change the decision. No, they won't. Mananatili ang bola dito sa JRU. Sino ang makakatanggap ng bola? Oh, wild pass right there for Giab.
Caralipio getting away with a push on that baseline inbound play.
Well, I think JRU also got away with a call right there because
Tumama sa sapatos.
clearly tumama sa kanyang sapatos on that replay.
Talking about Jonathan Miranda.
Paraiso. Rayson. Rayson atake. Off the glass, Rayson has tied his NCAA career high.
Hirap ng mga puntos ng Letran nang gagaling sa sariling kayod na talagang wina-one-on-one nila yung mga nakabantay sa harapan. But Rayson improved this game. Ang daming naidagdag. Yung confidence niya mataas talaga.
Medina. Giab. Spin move. Giab, what a pass. What a setup. Giab to RJ Arenal.
Wakali pa yung pinang-finish ni Ryan Arenal. But credit half of that basket to the unselfishness of Giab.
Rayson. And that's a new career high for Kurt Rayson. He's got 18 points.
Daisy Otso, bakit nga naman hindi? Pang-apat na 3-point shot ni Kurt Rayson.
What a huge spike in terms of improvement pagdating sa opensa ni Kurt Rayson.
He always had that, but now he is having more of the green light. And speaking of green light, ultra green light para dito kay Fantastic Franyu.
Pag kailangan gumawa, gagawa itong si Franyu.
Mapapaunlakan tayo niyan. Hindi mahihain yan. Pero may sagot dito. Rai De La Rosa with his own version of a 3-point shot.
And Franyu knows that that was his mistake dahil gumambol siya doon. Paraiso with a sidestep. You know, you get the feeling that these Knights, because they are so experienced and they are the champions and they have so much talent on their roster, they feel like they can just flip the switch and turn it on anytime they want.
Naka-cruise control pa eh.
De La Rosa. Dinouble team. De La Rosa natapikan. Can JRU recover the ball? No, they cannot.
A great trap there by King Caralipio and Kurt Rayson on the ball handler. Napakahirap nung pasa. Pero ito muna yung pihit. Extra pass, di ka naman papahiya. Wakali pa.
The spin move though. Tignan natin kung ilan yung inikutan niya. 3.
Ganda. Vroom, vroom, skirt, skirt. Zoom, zoom yung ikot eh. Pero ang ganda na nito na. Kasi, alam, kanina binabanggit natin si Giab, hindi gumagawa ng sariling galaw. Pero right there, he made the move to make his teammate open and give him a field goal.
Let's get an update from the JRU side as we go back to Trish Lindo. Trish?
Yes, Antonin Moren, atake, aabante. Ibang klaseng bomba nga ang pinapakita ngayon ng JRU ngayong araw kung saan halos hindi na maaninag ang kinakatakutang Letran Knights. Ayon nga kay Coach Louie Gonzalez, naging problema man ang mental challenge before nung nakaraang game. Dapat ngayon ay kaya nilang i-recognize ang kanilang mga teammates at ang kaya nilang gawin. Plus, they also have to engage with some physicalities with Letran. Diin pa niya nagsisimula ang lahat sa kanilang mga sarili. Ito na nga ba ang simula ng kabanata ng JRU Legacy? We'll find out on the next quarters. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Trish. Jason Celis training that mid-range jumper. A different story. Panibagong kabanata nga para sa JRU ngayong araw. JL De Los Santos only playing 2 minutes so far. Jason Celis siya ang babad ngayon. Paraiso with a 3-point basket from the left wing.
May pa-flying kiss pa.
At dalawa na lang po ang lamang ng JRU kontra sa back-to-back champions. Behind the back pass. At Caralipio pupunta sa free throw line. Letran has not missed from the field in this quarter. 5 out of 5.
And that's what you would be expecting from the Letran Knights. Ngayon pinag-uusapan nga natin yung pag-bend not break dahil babalik at babalik yung character nitong team na to.
That's why it's so hard to go up against a team with so much experience. When we come back, Caralipio will shoot 2.
Always new and around the world through GMA News and Public Affairs, Facebook and YouTube news feeds anytime, anywhere. Dahil wagi ang mayalam. Always stay updated with the latest news in the country and around the world through GMA News and Public Affairs, Facebook and YouTube news feeds anytime, anywhere. Dahil wagi ang mayalam. Always stay updated with the latest news in the country and around the world through GMA News and Public Affairs, Facebook and YouTube news feeds anytime, anywhere. Dahil wagi ang mayalam.
Life hasn't been easy lately, so we're here to make your day, featuring amazing, funny, and heartwarming stories.
Naging atmosphere sa loob ng dugout ng Letran Knights dahil disappointed sila Coach Bonitan and the rest of the coaching staff dahil daw sa kakulangan sa depensa pati na rin sa rebounds dito sa panig ng Letran. Kaya naman napasigaw ang isa sa mga veteran players dito na si King Caralipio. Sabi niya, kaya naman natin manalo, magsipag lang tayo. And right before this quarter started, Coach Bonnie told his players na for the second half, lumaban tayo at dumipensa. Kaya naman balik muna sa inyo dyan, Anton and Coach Hammer.
Letran was the number 2, or actually they were tied with Perpetual for number 1 in rebounding, averaging 47.9 rebounds per game. In this particular game, Coach Hammer, they have been out-rebounded 23-15.
And Antona, they played more games in season 97. Okay? So, makikita natin, regular season numbers, malayo yung agwat. Malayo ang agwat ng Letran kumpara sa ibang squads. And not only that they were the number 1 rebounding team, they were also number 1 when it comes to defense.
Giap, short on that shot, and Arenal fouled as he grabbed that loose ball and went up for a putback attempt. Letran only allowed 63.3 points per game in season 97. That was tops in the league.
Yun yung mahirap, Antonio. Kasi a defensive possession ends with a defensive rebound. So, if you're the number 1 rebounding team and you're the number 1 defensive team, it directly correlates. Kaya wala silang talo ni isa last season.
12-0 to attain their 19th men's basketball crown overall. Paraiso for the tie. Misfired. At mananatili ang bola dito sa Letran. Coach Bonitan sticking with this veteran lineup on the floor. Fran Yu. Binigay kay Sangalang, who has the size and strength advantage against Junicio. Sangalang.
Isang bangga, B-hit. Finishing with the strong hand. Yes, that's the left hand. Para dito kay Luis Sangalang.
And you have to be worried when Sangalang starts getting into the game.
Naakit niya yung kumpiyansa ng mga kakampi niya. Kita mo to, face basket, di pa nga nakastalo, isang bangga. Tatlong dribble, P-hit. Pinagad sa ilalim ng ring.
Down by 1 are the Knights. As AJ Miranda and the Heavy Bombers try to hold on. A foul was called before that alley-oop play. Kia. Binigay kay Miranda, looks at Coach Louie Gonzalez. Junicio, cross-court pass. Celis mula sa kanto. In and down. Wow! Amores with a tip-in.
And you could get that from your small forward crashing to the boards. But Brent Paraiso, being the instigator, pagbalik, gustong isila agad dito si Jason Celis.
Now JRU going small here, Coach Hammer.
Yep, Amores playing 4. Kasi si Caralipio 4 din dito eh. So nakikita natin, small to small lineup. Ito yung mga gusto ni Coach Louie Gonzalez, maliliit na skill players.
And that's why Letran goes back down low to Sangalang. Caralipio double team. Caralipio wild shot, balik ang bola sa JRU. Miranda to Amores. Amores to Miranda. Ajem with the crossover.
Free.
Amores. Misfiring. Rayson comes up with a board.
A good slide release there of the ball screen. Di lang na-shoot ni John Amores, but good hustle by Marwin Junicio.
3-on-1 situation. Junicio. Fouled by Fran Yu.
Almost an end one right there. Finishing para dito kay Marwin Junicio.
Fran Yu will take a seat as Letran gets bigger with the return of Monje.
So sticks sa small lineup dito si Coach Louie Gonzalez. With Junicio playing that center position. Kasi ganito na rin yung uso ngayon, Anton eh. Na the big guy shooting threes, if it's one thing that we saw from Coach Yuri Escueta's win yesterday, Contapay, Andrada, making a train from the outside.
Junicio drains that free throw.
So smaller guys playing that big position.
Letran naitawid ang bola. Rayson pinasa sa ilalim. Caralipio. One more time, he was fouled. Isusubo na lang eh ni King Caralipio.
Mas okay nang ibigay mo yung free throw kesa yung field goal. And second personal foul here by John Amores.
The Knights today have had a horrendous shooting clip from the free throw line. 6 out of 13 before that make by Caralipio.
Respectable. Halfway. Yeah. 8 out of 16. So 50% from the free throw line. And showing this 1-2-2 zone press ang Letran Knights, trying to delay the execution of the offense ng JRU, and they slap at the back. Ni Brent Paraiso. Oh, good recovery here by Jason Celis. RBP, really big play para kay Jason Celis, not giving up 2 points.
Paraiso calling out the play from the baseline. Bounce pass para kay Sanggalang.
Mismatch.
Clear out ang hiningi ni Louie. Sanggalang. Caralipio. And again, King Caralipio, very scrappy on the boards, draws a foul.
Kaya siya nakakakuha ng puntos dati, Anton. Babalikan natin when he was being inserted in the lineup in season 95, season 97, yung mga weak side offensive rebound, yan yung pinakamahirap eh. Kailangan may taong mag-check talaga. But the strength of King Caralipio is he can defend on the perimeter and he can get and fabricate points of offensive rebounds. .6 boards for King Caralipio. 5 out of 6 from the line.
2 for 2 sa pagkakataon na yon para kay King Caralipio. And now the Knights showing a 1-2-2 full court press.
Second.
The same thing that JRU was showing just moments ago. Bola napunta dito kay Miranda. Miranda, aatake. De La Rosa.
Specialty of the house by Rai De La Rosa on the corner. Kasado at sigurado sa kanto si Rai De La Rosa.
Monje. Rayson. 10 on the shot clock. Rayson hesitates. Monje. Caralipio. Paraiso will drive. Fouled.
A good counter move, good read by Brent Paraiso on that swing. How about this drive and kick? Number one thing yan na tinuturo ng coaches ngayon. If you are at the corner and the corner guy is a shooter, do not help.
JRU holding on to this 4-point lead with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the third.
Hello, welcome to 24 Seconds with me, Fran Yu. Kung hindi ako Letran Knights, ang option kong NCAA team ay St. Benil. Ang hidden talent ko ay magluto. Ang pinakamagaling na NCAA player ay si Samboy Lim. Yan na, buzzer na.
Hello, welcome to 24 Seconds with me, Warren Bonifacio.
JRU Heavy Bombers looking to complete a bounce-back win after losing against Perpetual in their first game. At mamaya, ayun na po, nagwa-warm up na ang LPU Pirates as they take on a Mapua Cardinals squad that look mighty strong on opening day.
Para nagkakape pa si Toby Agustin eh. Ang pagana eh. Ganda ng opening day win nila. Kontrolado nila yung tempo against San Beda. They were physical and they were ready to take that W.
LPU looking to bounce back after losing against CSP in their first game of the season. Things are happening really fast, no? Fourth game day already.
Yup. Yung nakagandahan na nasa GTV tayo, dire-diretso mga games, 5 days a week.
At tama ka, Coach Hammer, depensa ang problema ng
Letran. Oo, yun naman
Letran.
talaga eh. Kanina pa, dahil nakakakuha nga ng madadaling puntos. Tulad nun, sa zone press, butas yung ilalim. So it's an easy relay pass, tas magta-turnover pa.
Doon nami-miss ng Letran ang isang Geo ang bohon.
Oo, na meron kang shot blocker talaga.
And Rai De La Rosa hits from the other side. And JRU with an 8-point lead now.
High arcing shot by Rai De La Rosa. And I always tell Rome, he's not the best shooter in the family.
Samantala, Monje na libre off of a nice pass by Sanggalang.
Tignan natin paano mawi-withstand kasi medyo lumalaban talaga dito yung JRU eh.
Celis, binigay kay Miranda. Miranda breaks free. H.M. Miranda with a floater.
You see the adjustment there. Hindi na humelt si Brent Paraiso na nakatao sa corner. The backside defender should be the one helping sa penetration. But right there, hindi nagka-intindihan. Nakakuha ng floater si H.M. Miranda.
Now, I'm looking at the players at the scorer's table, and Coach Bonnie Tan is about to send in another rookie, Miklat.
Aha, galing din sa Pampanga. Tatlo yan eh, Go, Miklat, at saka si Santos. And you see that replay on AJ Miranda. So, dahil nakakashoot na from the corner, hesitate na yung mga... Oh. I think that was a bench technical. Oh, wow. For JRU. Wow. Bench technical right away, no warning.
Oh, that might be costly right there.
Yep.
Momentum stopping and momentum changing as Rayson adds to his NCAA career high now.
Saka mabigat pa doon, Anton. Merong foul prior to the play. Nagre-reklamo kasi yung bench ng JRU doon sa scramble para may shoulder tackle na nangyari, hindi pinituhan ng foul. And then on the ensuing play, nagkaroon ng scramble, napituhan naman ng foul.
Perfect from the free throw line is Kurt Rayson. He now has 20 points in the contest at dadagdagan pa niya with more opportunities from the free throw line.
So this is his third shot. One technical free throw and yung personal fouls. He makes 3 out of 3. NCAA career high, 21 points. Really big play yun. Big swing yun. Big call.
He is just saving the Knights at this point. Now, we haven't seen Santos much since the first half, Coach Hammer.
Yep.
So interesting lineup here for Coach Bonnie Tan. You have Miklat and Santos, 2 rookies on the floor.
Sanay maglaro na magkasama yung dalawang yan.
Yeah, the way they walk, the way they look like birds of the same feather.
Oh, definitely mga abe.
And AJ Miranda, what a performance for him today. 14 points to go along with 6 assists. Miklat, the rookie, wearing the legendary number 13 once worn by RJ Hazul. Sanggalang, titira ba? Titira nga! Bitin nga lang. Celis tumatakbo. Giab, naunahan si Santos. Giab pumihit, nabitawan ang bola at babalik ito sa Letran.
Nasobrahan sa pihit. Turnover. Joshua Giab. May kick out na sana siya dun sa likuran niya. Hindi lang niya nakita on that pivot back.
Winding down the third quarter of play. Miklat hands it off to Olivario. Miklat, what a cut! Welcome to the NCAA, Joshua Miklat.
Basic na basic, pass and cut. Good read.
And look at the defense of Miklat. Letran still looking for their first lead though, since 3-2 in the very first quarter. Look at Miklat.
Basic eh. Lagi kang malilibre pag ikaw yung screener eh. Off the pass, go for a screen away and then dive. Kadalasan dyan nagkakaroon ng miscommunication sa depensa. So if you're a smart offensive player, diving to the paint will open up a lot of opportunities not only for yourself, pero mapupuwersa mo rin yung depensa na mag-adjust.
Ngayon lang pinasok yan. Si Joshua Miklat. And Giab. At the free throw line now for the Heavy Bombers. First free throw is up and in.
9 points.
now into double digits as the Knights will try to end this period on a high note. Paraiso, double team, pinasa kay Sanggalang. Olivario, Santos with a finish. Kevin Santos cuts the JRU lead to 3.
Great recognition right there on the breakdown. Quick attack. Meron na tira si Olivario but giving up the extra pass for an even higher percentage shot na ibabay lamang sa tatlo.
Fourth quarter coming up. This is our coverage of NCAA Season 98 right here on GTV.
Derek Rose. My family. FIBA World Under 17. CJ Perez.
Every game.
And we are ready for the fourth quarter of play. Maraming nagtitweet sa atin, ha? So apparently from J Hoops with Twitter handle @JV16_98, there are players named Kevin Garnett Raimundo and Chris Paul Miranda.
Oh, Kevin Garnett Raimundo, yung tatay nun, yung MVP ng NCAA. Idol nun si KG, dun talaga niya pinangalan. Aantayin natin yan pag-akyat ng college.
So nasa high school pa?
Nasa high school pa yan. I think na 14 or 15 years old yan si KG. Hindi ko sigurado, ha. Tatanong ko kay Kuya Kirby yan.
Samantala, HM Miranda adds to this lead. Thank you, by the way, sa lahat ng mga nagtitweet sa amin. We appreciate that. We appreciate you engaging us and joining the conversation.
Hindi ako nahihiya mag-shoutouts kasi ang daming mga teams ng iba-iba pang sports na nakatutok since during our MediaCon, sinabi na marami ng sports ang lalaruin ngayong NCAA Season 98.
HM Miranda talagang na-miss yung paglalaro. Sitting out last season, going all the way on that play. And Sen is drawing an offensive foul there. JRU has a 5-point lead. Giap, binigay dito kay De La Rosa. Jonicio looking for Giap, sealing the rookie Santos. Santos, the length of the rookie bothering Giap.
Minadali.
Paraiso, bounce pass, masyadong mababa para kay Louie.
Hop. Ilan yan? Sama sa laro. Sama sa laro, diving for loose balls. No extra motion for both players. Tingnan natin dito. Good defense din kasi, and the hands of Luis Sanggalang were not there to catch it. But, palitan lang.
Caralipio nagbabalik sa ating laro as Miklat will return to the bench. So you have Olivario, Caralipio, Sanggalang, Paraiso, and the rookie Kevin Santos wearing jersey number 4 right now para sa mga Letranista. Miranda. Nowhere to go. Dinabas muna ang bola kay De La Rosa. Arenal. Handoff para kay Ajem. Stops, pops. Too strong off the glass. And JRU just wanting that basketball more.
But there was a jump of ball, so possession goes back to the Letran Knights,
who have been out-rebounded by JRU in this game.
Oh, JRU's been crashing the boards.
28-21. Iyan ang disparity pagdating sa rebounding as C will return. He started this game for the Heavy Bombers, the rookie, William C.
He would provide pressure here. Pareha sa instigators, itong si Olivario and itong si William C.
Jason Celis heads to the bench. He has 11 points against his former team. Last year's leading scorer for the Heavy Bombers. And look at the defense of C, denying Paraiso, but a little bit too much. referees all over this game. Cañete, Bagyon, and Paes.
International referee, referee Aaron Cañete, representative natin sa FIBA yan.
International referee, parang boxing lang ah.
Oo.
Paraiso, titira mula sa labas. In and out, Sanggalang. Tapped it to a teammate. Santos could not hold on to it. This is Ajem Miranda now. Miranda, inside pass, medyo nabitawan, and that's traveling.
Salo muna bago tira, nanggigil. Ito yung napapansin natin kay Marvin Junicio. Meron at meron tong batang to, pero nanggigigil parati.
Na-excited, na libre sa ilalim.
Nauna pa sa first.
Balikan muna natin si Ann Gabriel.
Anton and Coach Hammer na kwento nga sa atin ng mga Letranista na hanggang ngayon meron pa rin silang communication with, the former Letran Knights tulad na lamang nila Jeric Balanza, Jeyo Ambot at marami pang iba. At for the season 98, sinabihan nga daw sila na paghandaan nila ito dahil hindi daw magiging madali ang season 98 at mukhang tama nga ang mga kuya dahil so far hindi nga nagiging madali itong unang laban ng Letran kontra the JRU Heavy Bombers. Pero kanina pinaalalahanan pa rin ni head coach Bonnie Tan ang kanyang mga players na for this fourth quarter, ganun pa rin, dedepensa pa rin tayo, deny entry pass. At sabi pa nga niya, guys, laban tayo, atin to. Balik sa inyo, Anton and Coach Hammer.
Right now, Letran trailing by 5 and cannot find the bottom of the net from beyond the arc, and inside Monje too strong on that under goal stab.
Nahihirapan din.
Nakikita natin yung value ng mga katulad ni Ambohot at Abando na ngayon wala na sa koponan as the Knights try to go for a three-peat, but they still have this guy, Mr. Fantastic Franyu.
Bakit nga naman hindi? Mauunlakan tayo niyan of that kick-out pass. Kahit na anong ganda ng nilalaro ng JRU, striking distance lang. Kumbaga, pa-jab-jab lang dito yung Letran eh.
He's hit 2 shots from that spot in this game, Franyu has. And knowing that this is a dangerous situation, JRU calls a timeout. They're holding on to a 2-point lead with 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Derek Rose. My family. Behind the back, step back. Omar laro siya. Wala naman halos. I don't wanna drop. There. Yung naging part ako ng FIBA World Under 17. CJ Perez.
A 76-74 lead is what JRU is holding on to right now as they try to deliver the first upset, I guess, for season 98.
We shall see. There is no upsets here. Yan ang gusto ng Letran Knights. But Anton, special shout out to the NCAA reigning and defending swimming champs, the San Beda Red Lions. Coach Don Rojas and the whole crew tuned in. Dahil excited na, I think may swimming season na ngayon. Ngayong season 98. But a turnover here by the Heavy Bombers off a timeout.
May pagkakataon ng Letran dito na makuha ang kalamangan. Franyu ay tayo na nga. Mr. Fantastic. Putting on a fourth quarter show. Let's go now to Trish Nindo.
United they play, united they win. This possible historic win is almost at reach by the unstoppable Heavy Bombers. Ilang paalala nga lamang ni Coach Louie Gonzalez during the huddle ay huwag nilang iisipin ang kanilang mga sarili. Dapat isipin nila ang kanilang mga kasama. Ayon sa kanya, dapat silang tatalikod sa mga efforts ng Letran at kung binabanggaman ay huwag silang titigil sa paggalaw. Alam niyo ba, Anton and Martin, na isa sa mga kinakatakutan ng JRU sa Letran ay ang kanilang edad at at pagiging experience. At sa takbo ng laro ngayong araw, mukhang naglaho na lahat ng pangamba. Ayon nga sa kanila, always give the pressure, strengthen the offensive rebound, and don't stop running. Mapapabagsak kaya ng JRU ang mga higanteng kampyon? Yan ang ating aabangan. Back to you, gentlemen.
Maraming salamat, Trish. Heavy Bombers have the basketball with a chance to reclaim the lead. AJ Miranda has the basketball, humingi ng screen. The double team comes. Jonicio, binigay kay RJ Arenal. Bitin yung kanyang baseline jumper pero may offensive rebound na naagaw ni Franyu. Paraiso, tumatakbo. Paraiso, Monhe! A foul was called as Brent went up for that layup. And Coach Louis Gonzalez is livid.
Sabihin niya si Arenal, huwag kang magdadalawang isip kung ititira mo. And speaking of walang dalawang isip, Franyu on back-to-back three-point shots, giving them the lead.
For the first time since the first quarter, since 3-2.
Gusto.
Yung ngiti ni Fran parang alam na niya yung mangyayari.
So Anton, ito ngayon yung tanong sa JRU. Kaya nilang lumamang, pero kaya ba nilang kuhanin ulit yung lamang? Kasi ganun yung nangyayari. Pag pumupukpok na yung kabilang team, kaya ba nilang to fight back?
Paraiso. Missing on that second free throw, but his Knights are on top by 2. Franyu, we talked about how he comes up big when it matters the most. Last 7 points of the Knights scored or assisted by number 3. Celis stops, pops, doesn't drop, but he was fouled by Monhe.
Nakakalabit sa gilid ng ulo itong si Jason Celis.
Jason Celis, former Letran Knights, played in season 94. 17 games actually, yung mga naging kakampi niya during that season, Franyu, Gio Ambohot, and Christian Fajarito. So si Fran na lang yung natitirang player sa Letran na naging kakampi pa ni Jason.
OG.
Kaya siya agad yung pinasahan ni Franyu sa warm-ups, sa warm-ups. And we are tied, 78 all. Kapit po mga kapuso. Caranipio. Binigay kay Kobe Bryant, Monhe. Franyu, aatake. Franyu. Oh no. Away from the ball.
Jockeying for position. Jockeying for position lang, regular foul. Jockeying for position.
Amores and Sangalang getting into it.
Tangled lang sila pero it's just a basketball foul. It's jockeying for position, 2 guys posting up. It's not a deliberate foul or a flagrant foul kasi jockeying for position boxing out. Parehas silang nakakapit dalawa so hindi ka pwede tumawag ng flagrant foul dyan. It's a foul away from the basketball. And double foul lang yan dapat Kasi jockeying silang dalawa, they're so intent to hurt, kumukuha lang sila ng space. And letter of the law dyan, Anton, sa FIBA, kasi pag naka-ankla yung kamay ng dalawang player at bumaksak, usually it's just a double foul.
Marami po tayong mga pagbabago sa rules natin. Yung ating mga NCAA alumni nagtatanong, like JM Calma, RK Ilagan, and Alin Bulanadi, kung bakit nag-shoot na yung team
that's
away from their court.
Kasi sa Pro League, house rules ang ginagamit. Sa college, it's the FIBA rules. So ngayon, if you watch the FIBA tournaments, it's kabila ang court na ang ginagamit. If you watch Eurobasket, itong paparating na 2023 Worlds dito sa Pilipinas, ganyan na po yung mga bago. Pati yung mga criteria for flagrant fouls, binago din po.
So ibig sabihin, JRU was shooting in their court where their bench was situated.
Yes.
In the first half. Sa second half, dun na sa court ng kalaban.
Yes. And the reason behind it, I do not know. Yun lang yung binigay na sa new statutes of rules ng FIBA. So
Now,
yan.
another rule here is...
Yan, it's a double foul. It's a basic double foul. Kasi jockeying for position, Anthony. Usually, ang nakikita yung masamang bagsak. Pero dalawa silang nakakapit. Great job by our officials.
Another rule is the number of players that you can use in a game. JRU used 17 players in the previous game against Perpetual. Dito sa larong ito, 11 lamang.
Yan yung dapat natin i-check. If it's just the house rules of the NCAA or is it the rules of FIBA? Kasi usually ang FIBA roster 15 to 12 to 15. So ito ngayon, double foul ang tawag. Pag may double foul, may jump ball. And I think it would be the possession arrow na magde-decide. Possession arrow was pointed at the Letran Knights. Hindi magre-reset ang shot clock.
Franyu, bounce pass. Caralipio, too strong. Caralipio, putback does not work.
Kanya pa rin yung rebound.
Caralipio, tumihid. Foul na naman itong si King Caralipio.
Masyado maraming attempts sa ilalim ang Letran.
King Caralipio. This is probably the most number of free throws he is ever going to take so far in his collegiate career. Right now, he is 7 out of 8 from the free throw line.
Yep, 9th and 10th free throw coming up para dito kay King Caralipio. And most of his points came from crashing the boards.
Yun lang, mintis yung una, bitin. King Caralipio, 8 rebounds, 7 on the offensive side of the ball. Gives the lead back to Letran. King Caralipio does. 79-78. This is Letran's first game as they begin their title defense here in Season 98. An offensive foul called on Giab.
May hawik dun sa pihit ni Joshua Giab. Costly turnover para dito sa JRU Heavy Bombers. And turnover story natin, +4 para dito. Oh, check that, that's +7. 22 turnovers para sa JRU, 15 lang para sa Letran.
JRU had 30 turnovers against Perpetual. Franyu steps back, shoots from the free throw line, bitin, at mananatili ang bola sa mga Letranista. Franyu calling out the play as he will throw this inbound pass from the baseline.
So again, using the small lineup, 4 skill players with Marvin Junicio, also a skill big guy.
Franyu. Oh, a steal by Celis. An errant pass by Franyu, and Jason Celis comes up with a steal. Great read by Celis on his former teammate.
Ito, sinasabi nga na nila, may run out na dito ang JRU. Pwedeng tawagan to ng advantage foul dahil may dalawa nang umi-sprint. It's a 2-on-1. Nakauna na si Amores and si Celis was looking for an outlet pass. So kahit na anong itawag nila dito, there would be 2 free throws. Pero pag binigyan ng advantage foul dito ang JRU, they would still keep the ball possession.
Could be the most costly error of the contest. Letran had a chance to extend this lead. Letran's biggest lead was just 2 points, actually. JRU's biggest lead, on the other hand, was 8. Natignan natin dito.
Kasi may naka-run out na Antonio, yun yung tinitignan nila kung bibigyan lang ng 2 free throws. I think 4th team foul pa lang yun, so wala pang penalty dito. So good foul on Franyu, preventing the fast break and preventing JRU to get an easy basket.
Celis. Bounce pass to Miranda. Miranda to Jonicio. Inside pass to Miranda kontra Caralipio. Miranda, fade away. Balikan naman sa JRU.
And may loose ball foul pa sa ilalim. Nakakapit si Fran Yu. Oh, that's Kobe Monhe. Ito yung action, Anton, ha? So there's this fadeaway shot. Sa ilalim, makikita mo, nagkaroon ng arm lock. Ayun, in-arm lock ni Monhe si John Amores. Kaya ang turo ni Coach Freddy Abuda nun, pagka nagpa-box out sa ilalim, tas alam mong na-lock yung braso mo, italon mo pa rin. Kasi titingin at titingin ang referee pag may contact, lalo na sa shaded area.
AJ Miranda adding another dimension to the offense of the JRU Heavy Bombers. This is a guy who once scored 26 points in a game in season 95 when he was the leading scorer of JRU. That was the first season of Coach Louis Gonzalez as the head coach of the Heavy Bombers. And now, they have the lead once again. How will the defending champions respond? Rayson has led this team in scoring.
Yun lang. Tinawagan dun sa bump si Rai De La Rosa, putting pressure on Fran Yu. Kasi yun lang ang gagawin talaga eh. When you're playing defense ito, i-check ka lang din eh. Wala namang unnecessary contact right here. Baka tinawagan yung hand check. Pero it's just body to body. Pero pag nakababa ang kamay mo, Anton, you give the referee the benefit of the doubt na tawagan ka sa pag-hand check. So you might as well defend them with your feet and your hips.
At hindi pa nagmimintis sa free throw line itong si Kurt Rayson. 4 out of 4 for a total now of 22 points. Make that 23, and Rayson now eclipses Ray Joey Barcuma's highest scoring total by any player so far in season 98 with 23 points today. But he would trade that for a victory dahil pinapahirapan sila ngayon ng JRU. De La Rosa, straightaway jumper for the team captain.
Smooth jumper off the ball screen by Rai De La Rosa. This is what they missed in season 97. A guy that can take charge in the end game.
Fran Yu, bounce pass, Sangalang, spin move is good for Louis Sangalang.
Tough shot by Louis Sangalang off the spin. Great pocket pass by Fran Yu to his roll.
Miranda, nowhere to go. Rayson with a steal. Paraiso is running. Fran Yu, back to Paraiso, natapikan. Look at this move. Louis Sangalang spinning and getting that shot up and in. Rayson too strong off that catch and shoot attempt. Bola mapupunta sa Heavy Bombers. Celis, Jonicio, De La Rosa back to Celis. And the ball is in the hands of their most prolific scorer, AJ Miranda. Celis mula sa kanto. Caranipio saves the basketball to Rayson. Fran Yu calls out the play as we enter the final 2 minutes of this contest. Unang laro ng Letran Knights dito sa season 98. Fran Yu, wild shot, Sangalang with a rebound. Rayson mula sa labas. Wala pa rin, rebound, AJ Miranda.
Calling that flex screen again. Tingnan natin dito yung brush screen.
De La Rosa, top of the key three. Right, De La Rosa with a 3-point bomb. JRU is on top.
Big shots by Rai De La Rosa. 5 points in the last minute or so.
Paraiso responds.
Big game player, Brent Paraiso, answering with a 3-point shot with the defense on his face, Anton. Run up 3 yun.
Miranda kontra Sangalang. Miranda walang mapuntahan pero mananatili ang bola sa Heavy Bombers.
A wild pass, wild sequence for JRU. How about this? Rai De La Rosa, welcome back to the NCAA. Ito yung brush screen kanina. Papunta sa kanya. And the 3-point shot. kay Rai De La Rosa.
Coach Louis Gonzalez calls a timeout after this game-tying three-pointer by Brent Paraiso. Kapit po mga kapuso. We will be back for the conclusion of this exciting ball game between JRU and Letran.
My dad, Romy De La Rosa, my brother, Rome De La Rosa. My family and God. Probably a three-point shot. Say everybody. Say the defending champ, say Letran. Greatest fear, oh man, fighters. Probably just, playing college basketball.
A cause for concern right now on the side of the Knights. Kurt Rayson apparently suffering from cramps as he is being stretched right now on the sidelines.
Yep. And mahirap to. Quad cramps yung nakikita natin. That's why he's being stretched with his heel on the backside of his hamstrings.
Kaya lumaki bigla itong mga Letranista. You have Santos now at the 4 spot. He started his game. He is joined by Sangalang, Caralipio, Yu, and Paraiso. A sudden increase in the size and the length for the Letran Knights as they try to stop the Heavy Bombers here. Paraiso defending Miranda, and was he fouled? Paraiso.
Tatawagan talaga, Anton, kasi
He's in disbelief.
gumagalaw kasi si Miranda. Ito makikita natin, Anton. Anything that you would impede the movement of the offensive player will be called a personal foul. Kasi hodang bumagsak ka dyan, tingnan mo, nakakapit siya sa binti. Tatawagan at tatawagan niya ng personal foul. Kasi you're impeding the motion of the offensive player. So penalty dito, ang magkabilang koponan, AJ Miranda, with an opportunity to give back the lead to JRU.
1 for 2 from the free throw line. AJ Miranda today. And he misses on the first. AJ Miranda, Tubong Santa Ana, Manila. He told me before this game that he still has 2 more years of eligibility in the NCAA. He led JRU in scoring in season 95, averaging 12.8 points per contest, and he misses both. Crucial misses from the line by Miranda. Tabla po tayo, 86 all, at nabitawan ni Sangalang ang bola.
So may warning na dito on flopping.
Sangalang with a costly turnover right there.
So wala pang warning dito on faking a foul. That was the first one. Tinawag dito na ating officials.
The defending champions feeling resistance and dealing with adversity sa pagsisimula ng kanilang title defense. Dionisio fakes, drives, shoots from the free throw line and backs it home.
Hulog ng langit yung tira na yun. Medyo baldog pa yung dating pero tumama sa board. Basket para kay Marvin Dionisio.
Coach Bonitan calls a timeout with 44.6 seconds remaining in the game. The JRU Heavy Bombers have a 2-point lead.
So Anton, tignan natin dito. Baka magtakbo sila ng sideline inbound play because we have 44.6 seconds remaining para dito sa magkabilang koponan. So one timeout each for both squads. We're looking at Letran wanting this basketball to go to the hands of either Brent Paraiso or Franny.
Ang mangyayari, Brent tayo at saka si King tayo. Okay, toss. Sino gagamitin natin? Louie.
Louie, Romel ka kagad.
Louie! Okay, ito mangyayari ha. Magandang screen dito, Tos. Louie ang the-drop. Horse tayo, horse. Diamond inbound tayo, we go horse tayo. Okay tayo? Ito mangyayari ha, Brent. Pag dininay ka, tinan mo, backdoor natin pwede ha, Brent. Hey, King! Pag wala nangyari, pag wrong side dinala, weak side tayo. Safe tayo. Hey! Ayusin natin guys. One good offense na. Walang illegal screen! Hey!
44.6 seconds remaining. Marwin Junicio just hit the go-ahead basket for the Heavy Bombers. He's got 9 points, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Now let's see what the Knights will do coming off this timeout.
That was 7 points, 9 boards, Anton, and 5 assists. Sneakily good numbers para dito kay Marwin Junicio.
Yu receives the inbound pass. Gets the ball back.
Double high screen. Look for Sanggalang to roll hard dito.
Yu for the lead. Too strong. And AJ Miranda has the basketball as the Heavy Bombers look to deliver an upset in the first game of the night. Fran Yu comes up with a steal. Fran Yu nabitawan ang bola. A couple of head-scratching moments happening on the side of the Knights.
Ito yung pocket pass papunta kay Marwin Junicio, and the hands not giving up on that play was AJ Miranda. Could have been a free layup if he didn't sprint down for that play, but AJ Miranda, really big play.
The bomb has been planted by the Heavy Bombers. Can they get it to explode?
We'll see if they are holding the detonator, Anton. Ito, nasa kamay ni Jason Celis to give them an even bigger lead.
Because if they get this bomb to detonate, that's going to send a message to the rest of the league that the championship is up for grabs. Because the Knights won't look as mighty as they once were. But they still have time.
16 seconds, Anton. Mahaba pa to. Letran burning the last timeout. I hope we can listen in to the play dito na ikukrokis ni Coach Bonitan.
Okay. Run natin, ear natin. Okay lang, ear natin. Inaalam natin eh. Ran, ikaw na mag-inbound. Ha? Ikaw na mag-dictate lang. Wala na, inbound mo ay. Hawiyan mo lang kayo magandang pasa. Okay? Brent, ikaw na lang magagaling dito. Ikaw na yung girl natin. First option, bigay pa natin ha. King, Kobe, shot-tops tayo. Okay? Brent, okay, Mr. Rek, para pag-open na tayo, dito na natin gawin, ha? Brett? Rayson, okay ka na, Rayson? Ha? King, okay, ha? Boss, satan. Okay, report! Brett, ganun pa rin. Rayson na to, si Rayson. Ikaw na tumandaya, ikaw na comer. Okay. Pag-turn. Okay. Tayo, natin. Sino yung brother, Fran? Okay. Rayson to. Okay? Ito mangyari. Curl muna tayo. Brett! Ikaw to, Brett! Rayson, ikaw ang elevator. Wala illegal. Hey! Ito mangyari. Sino to? Isa. Kobe! Don't forget yung flare natin last. Flare natin. Fran! Hanggang kay Kobe ka, ha? King, Palam! Report!
So, quick guess dito, Anton. Ha? They're running this baseline box play, or definitely a baseline box play dito by their formation. They want to curl, pero wrinkle dito is paano pag biglang zumone ang JRU? Kasi usually ganyan na ginagawa ng coaches eh.
The biggest change here though is that Kurt Rayson is back. Hinanap ni Coach Bonnie Tan si Kurt Rayson. And it looks like the ball is gonna go to him, at least from the discussion that they had. Paraiso, titira mula sa kanto, Biden, Fran Yu. Tracks down the loose ball. Monje.
And that's the second time that there was a wedgie this season. First was the last shot sa Mapua game during the San Beda Mapua opening day game. And then now on this shot, jump ball, possession arrow is pointed at the direction of the JRU Heavy Bombers.
What a turn of events. The Letran Knights, first game today to begin their title defense, and they are on the ropes.
Stay na tayo. Stay tayo, ano? Okay, stay na tayo. Okay? Hits all the way. Once we receive na bola, sinong inbounder ng depensa, okay? Pa-receive natin kung pwede sa corner natin pa-receive. Ha? Sa corner. Okay? Okay lang yan. Okay? Deny natin lahat ng entry pass sa gitna. Okay? Okay? Sinong inbounder na natin? Kobe, ikaw na magdo-double. Okay? Ikaw na Kobe dito. Kahit sinong bantay natin, sinong mag-i-inbound, sige na yung Kobe. Then the rest tayo, box tayo. Okay? Pa-receive natin, side tayo, side. Kung may cross-court, Kobe ay kuhabol. Agaw tayo! Agaw po! Agaw po! Hey! Okay lang! Ito, tapos yan yung maayos. Agaw po!
They're going for the steal now.
Oh, you call this deny till you die. Para deny mo lahat ng passing lanes, try to get that 5 seconds. If it gets inbounded, get a quick double. Pag di ka makaagaw, foul.
9.1 seconds remaining. JRU looking to win for the first time since April 12. That was a victory against St. Benilde, 74-68 in season 97.
Ang mabigat dito, Anton, kailangan tignan mo rito yung inbounder kasi pass back. And
oh, they lose the ball!
Naagaw!
Rayson for the tie! Kurt Rayson!
Buhay pa rito, di pa tapos na, Anton.
The heart of a champion.
Wala pa to, 5 seconds pa to, di pa to tapos.
Continues to beat. And they throw the ball away.
Baseline inbound to, Anton, 5 seconds. No timeouts for both squads. Inbound yon na naagaw. Meron ngayong baseline play dito. Kanina pa nila tinatawag tong ear. So, tignan natin ha, execution in the end game. This is crucial. Could have been a one game for JRU if they were able to inbound that play. Now they are on the ropes.
Kurt Rayson returned to the game just in time. A career-high 26 points for Rayson. And they have a chance to win it right here. Yu gives it to Rayson. Rayson!
Stepping on the line. Good no call by our officials.
Rayson looking for a foul. JRU, no more timeouts as well. Coach Bonnie Tan is asking for a review. They feel like Rayson was bumped.
Pero Anton, ang review dito, FIBA rules, you can't overturn a call unless it's an out-of-bounds play. Hindi ka pwedeng tumawag ng foul.
But you can hear, though, the reaction from the Letran crowd here. Feeling that there was excessive contact
Kasi
there.
Anton, alam mo para maintindihan ng mga kapuso natin, yung mga review, it's for the possession. Hindi ka pwedeng tumawag ng retroactive foul. Kahit na may contact, ang titignan lang kung sino may last touch kung walang contact na nangyari or if it's called as an unsportsmanlike foul.
JRU with a chance. Another opportunity to win this game. Celis, Jonicio, Miranda, Giab, and De La Rosa are the players on the floor for Coach Louis Gonzalez. Celis with a chance to break the hearts of his former team. Celis, too strong, and we will go to overtime for the first time in season 98 of the NCAA.
Tuloy yata yung pipset squad no? But again, it was a one game. credit the defense of the Letran Knights, not giving up. Again, fully denying, getting a steal. Kurt Rayson coming back from cramps, knocking down a timely three-pointer.
Tuloy po ang bakbakan dito sa Phil Oil Eco Oil Center sa San Juan. Magbabalik po kami para sa overtime.
My dad. Siyempre, family ko. Step back. Luis Anggalang. Wala. Mawala yung family ko. As of now, siyempre, pagiging MVP. Siyempre, galing sa Letran Samboy Lim.
My dad.
Let's take a look at how this game ended. A turnover by JRU. Kurt Rayson, who was already suffering from cramps on his right leg, returns for the game-tying three-point basket.
Ito yung nangyari, yung inbound. Akala kasi ni John Amores, tapos na yung laro. They were up by 3, panabla, and then a stop here. No foul called. And the last heave by Jason Celis. Libre yung De La Rosa, one look. Could have been one more pass. But, next play.
Now, I do want to take note about how Coach Bonitan remembered Rayson. Halfway through that last timeout, hinanap niya si Kurt Rayson.
Tinanong kung okay na.
He was not part of the initial play.
Oo, pinalitan niya si Dennis Santos. Oh, check that. Kevin Santos, rather.
So, we are in overtime for the first time here in NCAA Season
One
98. Rayson, another one!
29 points. Kurt Rayson, bakit nga naman hindi?
Playing the game of his life. Miranda. Rebound for the rookie, Kevin Santos. And Coach Bonitan telling Paraiso to slow things down and use up the clock and just run their offense. Paraiso, binigay kay Rayson. Fran Yu starting this overtime on the bench. What a pass! What a pass! Could have been a solid finish for Sanggalang, but he will have to earn it from the free throw line.
Great wrap-around pass. Ito muna yung pass ni Brent Paraiso. Hindi nakita yung stagger screen sa ilalim ni Santos at ni Sanggalang para malibre si Kurt Rayson.
Kurt Rayson, 6 out of 8 from beyond the arc today.
29 puntos, NCAA career high.
And last year, Kurt Rayson was only 9 for 31 from three-point land. So we can see clearly the improvement nitong si Kurt Rayson. Bitin yung unang free throw ni Luis Sanggalang. Welcome to overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, the first of what I feel will be
a lot of overtime games
here in season 98 of the NCAA. JRU down by 3 as Sanggalang missed both free throws. Arenal. Sanggalang, look at him. He's talking, he's moving, his hands are all over the place.
So Brent Paraiso is fouled out of this ball game.
Oh, that's huge.
Kasi yung offensive sequences nila sa kanya nanggagaling, siya nagdadala ng bola. De facto, point forward ang nilalaro niya.
So now the question is, sino ang ipapasok ni Coach Bonnie Tan? It's going to be Fran Yu.
Matik na yan.
At mukhang nakakaramdam na rin ng konting cramps si Luis Sanggalang. Stretching his calf muscles.
Haba pa to, Anton. 3 minutes and 55.
Amores. Second free throw. Up and out. 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. Fran Yu, binabantayan ni Amores. Fran, stop and go play. Spins. Gives it to Rayson. Rayson. Lucky bounce, not there for him. Sanggalang changes his mind and finds the rookie Kevin Santos underneath.
Great recognition by Luis Sanggalang. Nakataas na yung kamay ni Kevin Santos. Ganda ng basics ng bata, di na binababa.
19 years young. Number 4 for the Knights, Kevin Santos. Amores. Jonicio titira mula sa labas. Fran Yu with a rebound. Let's go now to Ann Gabriel.
Anton and Coach Hammer, nung sinabi nga sa akin ni Franyo na ibibigay niya ang kanyang lahat-lahat para dito sa Season 19, hindi siya nagsinungaling dahil siya nga ang nakatira ng crucial shot para ma-extend ang laban na ito versus the JRU Heavy Bombers. And for this overtime, full force po ang ating Letran Knights. Kanina, mukhang may iniindang cramps itong si Kurt Rayson. Pero nung tinanong siya ni Coach Bonitan, Rayson, kaya mo ba? Sabi niya, kaya ko, Coach. And before this overtime started, sinabi ni Team Captain Franyo, guys, konting sacrifice. Binibigay na nga sa atin to, kaya kunin na natin to. Balik sa inyo, Anton and Coach Hammer.
And speaking of sacrifice, that is what Luis Sanggalang is trying to endure right now. Kanina pa nakakaramdam ng cramps, but hinigpitan niya yung tali sa sapatos niya. He's stretching that right calf muscle.
Pagpag lang.
Let's go now to Trish Lindo for this report on JRU. Trish.
Anton and Martin, nothing is as intense as what we are witnessing on the court right now, and we are feeling all the high emotions from players to fans. Ang buwis-buhay na aksyon na nga nito ng JRU ay nagpapakita lamang na nandito sila to make that bomb explode. Ilan sa mga binitawang salita ni Coach Louie Gonzalez during the huddle ay ayaw daw niya ng foul sa mga 3 points at laging hawakan ang kalaban. At isa nga sa mga salita na gusto niya pang binitawan ay ang pinakamagandang depensa ay nasa harap na mahaba ang pasensya. Is this a go big or go home game for the Heavy Bombers? Back to you, gentlemen.
It could be the one that got away.
We shall see. Totga.
Masakit yun. At masakit din yung naipasok na free throw ni Rayson para sa JRU fans.
Hero pa yun, partner, ha? So down by 5 dito with a chance for 6 and 30 big points for Kurt Rayson.
My, oh my. A step up in his performance. His previous career high was just 15.
Dinoble.
31 for number 8, Kurt Rayson.
Pinupulikat.
He started at the shooting guard position, Coach Hammer. Did not start at all in 12 games for the Knights last year or last season. Oh, that's huge! A three-pointer by Amores. Harap-harapang tinirahan si Kevin Santos.
Dito naman sa JRU, kailangan hindi lang talaga sila bumigay. Mahaba pa to, 2 minutes plus pa to. You just get 2 stops, you're back in the thick of things.
Fran Yu. Sanggalang gives the ball back to Fran. Steps back. Fran. Too strong off the glass. And that is going to be a foul. 2 free throws coming up for the Heavy Bombers. At napakabigat ng binitawang 3 puntos nitong si Amores. What heart!
Anton, nasa Light Bombers pala yan. Mayabang na maglaro yan. Ayaw magpatalo. Yung tamang yabang, ayaw mo magpatalo, madiin ka maglaro, may pakialam ka sa iyong kupunan. And gusto niyang bumawi dahil siya yung nagbigay ng isang turnover towards the end game.
Amores, another returning player who was the second leading scorer for JRU in season 95. There was one game na naka 23 points yan.
Yup, kalaban nila EAC. Nung laro na yun, he was the best player of that game. I could still remember, naglaro tayo sa sa JRU court nun.
So last season, Letran's highest scoring total was 96 points. So they have matched that as of the moment. Crucial free throw coming up for John Amores. Oh, it is in and out as Caralipio skies for that rebound. Two sorry misses for JRU. Rayson. Letran holding on to a 2-point lead here in overtime. And that's a double dribble.
Dribbling violation right there. Good pressure by Rai De La Rosa, putting the clamps on Kurt Rayson. Dito mo na maaasahan yung mga senior guards eh. So right there, nung nawala na kasi pa-pick up, nawala yung bola, and then when he dribbled it again, that's definitely a dribbling violation.
Now what's crucial here is that both teams are in the penalty, Coach Hammer.
Oh wow! Pwedeng i-review yun?
By the way, itong 31 points ni Kurt Rayson is higher than any highest total by any player in season 97. The highest was Ralph Robbins' 27 points. So walang naka-30 nung season 97.
There you go. So it's a dribbling violation. I need to rehash my international rules, ha? Kasi alam ko, pagka-foul lang, hindi turnover eh. No retroactive calls eh. We'll see. We'll see. I'll ask Commissioner later.
The official call is a double dribble.
Yes. Kasi kung hindi mo tatawagan ng double dribble, the possession will stay with Letran. Yun ang pagkakaintindi ko na sa ginawa nila, ha?
C, who started this game, a rookie, is back on the floor for JRU. Amores drives and scores! Ties the game up at 96. Rayson falls to the floor. Franyu throws the ball away. Jason Celis. What a comeback. John Amores fearless on the drive. Miranda and Amores back with a vengeance. Isama na rin natin dyan si Rai De La Rosa.
At Anton, 9th deadlock in this ball game, itong 96 all. And climbing back from the grave. Kasi alam natin, pag 6 points nun sa Letran, binabaon ka na niyan eh. Ang hirap na bumalik.
Possession points in favor of the Heavy Bombers. So they have a chance to reclaim the lead. What a game. De La Rosa will throw the inbound pass. Celis, defended by Monje. Amores wants it. It's a clear out. Amores looks up at the clock. Steps back. Bit in. Rebound Letran. Approaching the final minute here in overtime.
They're trying to run this single high screen, brand new. And Luis Sangala, oh, open shot.
It was an open pass.
That's wide open para kay King Caralipio. Doon nagagawa yung single high screen. Nakita mo, Anton, nahuli dahil sumabit si Rai De La Rosa on the screen. Instead of imush, sumama pa yung ball screen defender. Kaya napipilitan yung bottom guy rotate.
This is where you miss a closer like Renz Abando. See, throws the foul. The rookie will head to the line for two.
And that's how you attack. Attack with a purpose, with one thing in mind. It's either it's a basket or not. Yun lang yun.
William C. Jr. started this game for Coach Louis Gonzalez with a chance to give JRU the lead, and he does. William C. 3 points now in the game in 11 minutes of action. Too strong on the second. Amores comes up with a rebound. C. De La Rosa. In and out. Rebound Monje. Caralipio. Monje with the finish. Letran takes the lead back. Kapit mga kapuso. Celis, wild shot. And Sangalang is already feeling the effects of cramps here.
That was a bad possession.
Franyu is fouled. He will head to the free throw line. But what a play by King Caralipio finding the rookie. And when your name is Kobe Bryant, you have to come up big in the clutch.
Definitely. Para dito sa Letran, sa Franyu. Trying to ice this game.
Franyu misses on the first free throw. Playing in his final season here in the NCAA. Ang pambato ng Tambunting Manila. Franyu puts Letran up by 2. And now they have to play defense.
Johnny. RJ. RJ. Okay. Johnny. Okay, dito tayo. Okay. Celis. Okay, Rai. Right. Amores. Ay, Williams. Lang si Jason pala. Okay. William C. Okay, yan. Alright. Okay. Dito tayo kay Arenal. Okay. Now, pagpasok dito, tingnan mo ha, pasok kay Arenal. Okay, Amores dive. Okay, screen tayo dito kay Rai. Nakita ko natin? Ha? Okay. Johnny takes the ball out. Go. Okay, panglabas. Okay, Amores dive. Okay, screen tayo dito kay Rai. Pumasok.
Watch out for the curl. And then, double pin down screen for Rai De La Rosa.
Rai De La Rosa today, 4 out of 5 from beyond the arc. He has 14 points in the contest. Celis has 14 as well. Amores has led the way for JRU with 19. Ijim Miranda's got 18. So they have options.
Stagger. Then, drop screen.
Oh, an errant pass to Arenal. Of all the options, Jonicio throws a bounce pass to RJ Arenal.
So, dalawang masamang pasa in the end game for JRU.
His hand was right there. It just slipped through his fingers. And the Letran cheerleading squad. All-out support sa pagsisimula ng title defense ng Knights. And if they win this game, they will have done it the hard way. A grind-it-out victory for the Knights should they preserve this win.
So it's 12.4 seconds. Mahaba pa to. And Letran, being the veteran squad, they want the ball to the guys who are their best ball handlers and best free throw shooters, namely Kurt Rayson and Fran Yu.
Sangalang needs to throw it in play. Fran Yu is fouled by De La Rosa. And now Fran Yu with an opportunity to redeem himself. He was 1 for 2 on that last trip to the free throw line. Fran Yu today, 27 minutes, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals.
With a chance to ice this game. There you go.
Puts his team up by 3. And Letran gets to the century mark. 100 points today. The highest last year was 96, also by Letran. Fran Yu puts the Knights up by 4. Two-possession ball game. C will hoist up a 3. Arenal gives it to De La Rosa, short. And Kobe Bryant Monje with a rebound to secure the win and some color developing in the end. It's been an emotional, a hard-fought, and intense ball game between JRU and Letran. 4 quarters was not enough. They wanted to go one more round. And even Mancom representative Paul Supan has to step onto the floor to remind his players to keep their heads cool.
Just a little bit of color.
This was a heartbreaker of a loss.
That was a win for JRU.
It was in the bag.
Yeah, it was in the bag. 1 inbound play.
The bomb was planted.
Yep, but it didn't detonate, and the Letran Knights survives.
Kurt Rayson defused the bomb.
Yep, definitely. Big game for Kurt Rayson. 31 points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
6 3-pointers.
Played the game of his life. But again, I want to stress what Coach Bonitan did in that last timeout in the 4th quarter. He was drawing up a play. Nung una, wala pa dun si Kurt Rayson. And then hinanap niya. Tinanong niya kung ready na ba si Rayson. And he was back on the floor. He drained the game-tying 3-pointer.
And then, pag simula na ng overtime, he was there to knock down shots again for Letran.
What a performance. A career-high 31 points for the new starting shooting guard.
Yep.
Starting shooting guard, Kurt Rayson.
Larong bisdak. Kusog.
6 out of 8 from beyond the arc.
75% from 3. Great numbers by Kurt Rayson. And nothing to be ashamed of for the JRU Heavy Bombers. They were right there in the thick of things. Now we see kung ano talaga yung makeup nitong team na to. They have their offensive options. They were led by John Amores with 19 and AJ Miranda with 18. 14 points by Ray De La Rosa. Those 3 guys missing from season 97, now performing in season 98.
They had several chances to win this game. At the end of regulation, Jason Celis missing on a potential game-winning shot at the top of the key. And Pong Ducanes, our head of stats here, just let us know that the last time any team has reached 100 points in the NCAA was back in September 13, 2019 when Mapua defeated Letran 105-101. But this game had to go into overtime.
Yep, been a lifetime ago, but of course the Letran Knights taking care of business for the three-peat.
It's off to a rocky start, I would say, but they still got the win, and I think that's what matters.
Yep, a win is a win. They'll take it and then go back to the drawing board to improve the things that they can.
When we come back, my partner here, Martin Antonio, will join Martin Javier for our usual Game On show in between our two games, as the JRU Heavy Bombers will have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how they can close out games. They have personnel, they have Miranda, they have Amores, Ray De La Rosa. These are fearless players. Today, they just could not get the job done in the end.
They just need the closer, whoever steps up to be that closer and for them to be more mature, then the wins will come.
What a game. At maraming salamat po, mga kapuso. Sir Paul Supan on your screens, looking at the stat sheet. Hawak-hawak na ni Sir Paul. Even he is trying to help his team find answers, Coach Hammer.
Bawi lang next game. Tapos na yan. Back to the drawing board. Nakita natin gaano kalakas ang JRU ngayon.
So that does it for our first game. The Letran Knights prevailed in a heart-stopping game, 101-97 against the JRU Heavy Bombers. Coming up next, Game On with Martin Javier and Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. Abangan din po ninyo kung sino magiging NCAA Power Player of the Week, as well as our features from our opening ceremony and of course our pep squads. LPU and Mapua also will see action in our second game right here on GTV. So, once again, tagumpay ang Letran kontra sa JRU, 101-97 in our first overtime game in Season 98. On behalf of our director, Abet Ramos, our courtside reporters, Trish Lindo and Ann Gabriel, who reported for JRU and Letran respectively, my partner, Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. Ako po si Anton Rojas, nagsasabing maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok. Pero wag po kayong aalis dahil susunod na po ang Game On dito sa ating coverage ng NCAA Season 98 sa GTV as we aim to achieve greatness every day.